All right, it looks like we are back online. I do apologize. Here are the Sutherland starting lineups. We're going to pick up where we left off, which was with number 3, a junior, Macy Brown, in the forward and midfield position. Also for your Riverton Lady Wolverines, number 4, a sophomore defender, Madison Fossey. Number 8, a freshman forward midfielder, Cammie Paskett. Number 11, a sophomore, Savannah Morton, in the defensive backfield. Number 13, sophomore midfield and defense, Haley Engstrom. Number 15, a senior midfield and defense, Abriel Santee. Number 19, a junior forward midfielder, Jordan Anderson. Number 22, a senior, Michaela Osborne. And number 29, a sophomore forward midfielder, Celie Morton. Riverton is 8-2 overall, are the ladies, along with a 4-0 conference record. They are coached by Tanya Santi, Jeff Matisi, and Marco Piazzi. I'm going to mispronounce that. But trainer is Ross Anderson. Manager is Kendra Peterson. We'll be right back with the start of the game. But real quick, we want to say hi to Sean O'Brien of the Ranger. He has joined us up here today.
Hi there, Kevin. How you doing today?
Doing all right, doing all right. What a beautiful day here.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Low 70s, high 60s, probably be mid to low 60s by the time the boys' game gets underway.
And the wind's not bad at all.
Wind is not bad. Riverton's going to be in their red and black. Gotta love that as a Georgia grad. And, just as if just to make me happy, the Rawlins Outlaws are in their white jerseys, but they are also in red and black. Red numbers on white jerseys with black shorts. Your Lady Wolverines in black jerseys with white trim on the sleeves, red shorts, and red numbering. We'll be right back here with the kickoff here on WyoToday Media.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. Well, here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
And welcome back to WyoToday Media's coverage of Riverton soccer. We are at home today. Beautiful day in the 70s, low 70s. Not a few clouds in the sky, but beautiful sun out. They are now announcing the starting lineups on the field there. And we are, as I said earlier, Riverton 8-2 on the season, 4-0 in conference. What do you expect to see today, Sean?
Well, their defense in the last 2 games has been outstanding. They have not allowed very many girls on the other teams to get into the attacking third. Look for that to continue today. Their defense, Coach Santee even says that their defense is the heart and soul of this team. So that's something to watch out for them. And as far as Rawlins, they have a few strong, speedy kickers, and look for them to try and get out to an early lead and try and keep Riverton from even getting close to the goal.
Well, one of the things that has been kind of a portrait of the season, both for the girls and the boys, is a good start. And the girls have had that in the last game really quickly, and really were just able to basically do whatever they wanted for quite some time with a comfortable lead and a team that just could not break down that final third defense line of 3 that Riverton employs. Well, that will be it for the Bailey Tires Auto pregame show, Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show, and we'll be right back with the kickoff in just one moment.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
And welcome back, and we are here for the kickoff. The kickoff going to be performed by Riverton Lady Wolverines by, no surprise here, looks like number 1, is that, Sean? I can't really tell. I can't see from up here. We've got to get those new binoculars in.
It does look like number 1. We will see here shortly, though, when she turns.
That would be Olivia Bradley.
Oh, no, Olivia's down there in the jeans.
Olivia's in jeans, I thought so. So that's not a 1. Is that a 0 or an 8 or an 11?
That is an 8. That is Kami Paskett.
Kami Paskett. Makes a bit more sense, I guess. Since,
Olivia
is a forward midfielder as well, but she is out for the day. So we've got a starter that we unfortunately missed because I did call it Olivia. So kickoff is underway, and Riverton going to try and kick it back towards their end of the midfield, trying to work their way up, but immediately stolen by the Lady Outlaws, and they're trying to work left. Intercepted by that D, kicked back to the goalie, kind of off target. She has to get rid of it quickly, and it is mishandled, kicked right into the Outlaws forward and over the goal line. So at least that'll be a goal kick coming out of that. And I do wonder who might be doing the goal kick.
Yeah, it's going to be the same person as the last 3 games there. Miss Morton, I believe. Yeah, Savannah.
It's going to be Savannah Morton, or is it Sealy Morton, one of the 2?
No, it is Savannah.
It's Savannah, definitely. So she kicks it out around the 40, but it immediately goes over to the Outlaws. Outlaws still trying to work down the left, but kick it out of bounds. So far, it has been a little bit of non-possession by Riverton, and then mistakes by the Outlaws. Now trying to move down the right side is Riverton. Riverton's got a little bit of a run, well defended. It's kicked out, and they're going to say it last went off of Riverton. Cannot tell the number from here, but that is going to be, who is that? Can you tell, Sean?
Is that Kami again?
Yeah, but Kami Paskett went off of her, so throwing is going to go to the Lady Outlaws as they look to work it towards center. Immediately stolen away by Jordan Anderson, I do believe. And they've got something working, does Riverton. Now she's trying to go in. She went into the heart of the defense. Good defense by the Lady Outlaws. And they look to get it out of trouble, but it winds up in the hands of Haley Engstrom. Over to Macy Brown and right back to Haley. And now a little bit of possession, one-touch passing, and Macy Brown has it. She's trying to work down the left side, but mishandles it over to the Lady Outlaws, and they're looking now to work down their right. But stolen away by Haley Engstrom, and resetting up. Looks like, Savannah Morton tries to feed it down. Does so. Unable to keep control of it is Maddie Fossey. Macy Brown able to come back, though, and get the ball. Nice little one-touch, and if someone had been there, it'd been a golden opportunity. But right frame of mind early on by Riverton in their first real threat on the offensive side.
Be on the lookout, too. We heard that this is the same officiating staff that officiated the Lander game and allowed a lot of physicality with no yellow cards or red cards. So could be a very physical game just for those watching.
Haley Engstrom now with it, trying to feed it to Brown. Taken away, but headed out of bounds. And they're going to say it was last off a Riverton player. So it'll be a throw-in for Rawlins. Rawlins coming up here over South Pass to visit us today. Probably one of the better days to go over South Pass with the weather we're having.
The only good day that I would have seen so far.
Yeah, I'm told it's not so bad in the summer and spring, but you and I have yet to see that. Rawlins now looking to work its way down the far left side. They've got some potentially working, but look at the speed there. Able to cut her off and at least keep it to a throw-in instead of a sprint. Meat thrown by Rawlins. They're going to look to work it towards center, but taken away by Riverton. Hits off the back of the ref, and it's going to wind up out of bounds and over to no one signaling, no one signaling, no one signaling. I'm going to guess going over to Riverton.
It is. And did you see the way that Riverton swarmed the Rawlins players as soon as they threw in? That's that defense I'm talking about. That's what they're known for. They are not going to allow Rawlins to get any clean looks if they can get into the attacking third at all.
Off the throw and trying to work down the right side of goal. Defender is there, but harassed by a Riverton player. It's taken away. A shot is attempted, but blocked easily right off the foot. And now Riverton will look to center. No one there except for Lady Outlaws, and they'll look to try and clear it out of danger, but immediately turn it over. But they are putting pressure on Riverton. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it was off of Riverton last. Thrown by the Outlaws as they are really trying to work that left side. Nothing so far, Sean, has been working down the right for the Outlaws.
Yeah, and they're still trying. Now something's occurred over
Offside.
there.
Offside's on Riverton right there. So it'll go to a free kick, and I'm guessing they will kick it straight down that left side. That seems to be their chosen path so far this game.
Yeah, and it's because they think they know that they can get over there and get the numbers on their side. And just nothing working for Riverton on the right side, and they're going to get another shot here.
A horrible free kick there, trying to get the ball down the field. Went off her foot very awkwardly and out of bounds on a weird top spin. Throw in by Riverton.
Nice throwing.
After that, and it's going to be out for a corner kick going over the goal line. Nice job by Riverton, and this will be the first set piece of the day. I'm going to take a wild stab and go Savannah Morton's going to take this corner.
Yes, she is, and I wonder who she thinks is going to be there in the middle. You got 3 and 28 there trying to set up right in the middle where they want to get kicked in.
Well, and oddly enough, no real line set up by Outlaws. The corner comes across, put it on goal. No, it's way too high. But nice thought there. Could have probably settled it. It was a weird setup by the Outlaws there, Sean. Is they had kind of a standard offset line set, but then had 2 defenders way behind it, so there would be no offsides, allowing if Riverton had so chosen to really cram in the small box there.
Yeah, and Maddie Fossey had the right idea. She was kicking right where she needed to. She just got a little bit too much of it, got it over the uprights. But you're right, that was some poor defense that Rawlins was showing there, and Riverton didn't capitalize.
Goal kick is going to be caught up in some wind, maybe?
Yeah, look at the flags.
Yeah, they definitely caught up in some wind that is now moving right to left across the field lengthways. A little bit of a slant to it going back towards the middle school. And we're going to work this right side now for first time for the Outlaws, and only doing it because of no choice. They just had to. Throwing quickly by Riverton off and out of
Oh,
bounds.
wow.
And now we got something working. Shot is up, and what a save! Rebound goes to Riverton. They kick it, saved again, and out of bounds over the goal line, so it'll be a corner kick. But what a
That was
beautiful
amazing.
save there by the Rawlins Lady Outlaw goalkeeper. That was beautifully done. The shot was on target by I'm seeing number 28. So Aspen Brown, she may have been the starter that we missed. I think it's 28, is it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, by Aspen Brown. So the corner lined up by Savannah. She's going to kick it across the goal line. She gets it. It's low, and it's in dangerous territory at the moment. Shot on goal, right to the goalie, easily able to stop it. So quickly, 2 shots on goal. One, the goalie very much had to work out. The second one, not so much. Goalie punt winds up right back with Riverton, and now Brown with a chance to come down here. Macy trying to work her way, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Outlaws, but right now they are stuck down in their attacking third. No, it wasn't number 28, because 28 is getting ready to check back in. So I'm going to guess it was 29 on the goalie attempt. That was Sealy on the goal attempt. That was Sealy Morton. Rawlins quickly trying to get it out of their half, cannot. Taken away by Jordan Anderson. She works to the right, coming down on the far side of the field from us. 2 subs looking to come in. There is a throw-in. It's going to be number 21 and 28. So Aspen Brown's going to be coming in along with Alicia Vargas. We'll try and catch eye on who they're coming in for. So far, the ref has not acknowledged it on a couple of dead balls, so it is up to his discretion.
Here's another one.
Ball's going to work all the way down. It's going to be a goal kick. No doubt they'll see this one and let it take place. So they do. Let's see who Vargas and Brown are coming in for. It looks like number 3, that's going to be Macy Brown coming out, so Brown for Brown. And we're also going to get number 22 coming out, and that's going to be Michaela Osborne. So some substitutions now. Goal kick going to be able to set up the win. Not as whipping as it was the last time, where it looked like it just caught it completely, Sean.
Oh, yeah, the wind's going to be up and down today, but it doesn't really matter about the win because the first 9 minutes of this game, you could say that the Rawlins goalie has made it it's all about her right now.
Stolen away right off the goal kick, and Riverton looking to put pressure back on. Fosse's going to get it over across field, and now we're back in the box. Goalie comes out, slides down for it, and takes control. So Riverton very much making the goalie here work for everything that she's got. She's not, quite honestly, on the defensive end, not getting a whole lot of help. But then again, she doesn't seemingly need a whole lot of help so far. Stolen again quickly, this time by Savannah Morton. She works over to the right, and we're going to get offsides. That's going to be on number, I can't tell. I see a blonde ponytail.
I think that's
see a
Cammie
single digit number. So Cammie Paskett we're going to go with. Kind of hard to see. We need to definitely get those binoculars in. That is Cammie Paskett. That's number 8. So kick is taken immediately. Outlaws have it, and they're looking to go down the right, but Riverton really harassing them down the right. They finally get it over into the Riverton half, but Riverton takes possession, tries to kick it upfield, goes right off the chest of a Lady Outlaw, and will be a throw-in for your Lady Wolverines.
So far, a lot of good defense on both sides of the ball. Other than the 2 shots by Riverton, you haven't really gotten a lot of shots on the goal at all in the first 10 minutes.
Nice long throw-in. Unfortunately, went to an Outlaw, but fortunately, it was touched with a hand. So it's going to be a free kick as a bunch of Riverton Lady Wolverines push forward. Here goes Savannah Morton. She's aiming right for goal. I think we had about four girls offside, but it went right to the goalie off a bounce, and she picks it up. We'll look to punt it out this time. Yeah, not as much wind as we were having, so maybe that'll be at bay for at least the next 3 or so hours for us. But Riverton stealing it off the punt, looking to make things happen. Got 3 down. Nice move. Looks to shoot, and it's stopped by the goalie. She does give up a rebound, but nobody there to take care of it, and she picks it up. So making this goalkeeper work hard for the Lady Outlaws, Sean.
Oh, yeah, and that was a great move again by number 29. She faked out 3 different Rawlins defenders right in front of her. And they should have known exactly where she was going.
Great move by Sealy Morton. Had some help down there as well. So had had some options, chose a great one, and just that goalie has the good, not only the great athleticism, but also good read on who's taking shots. Savannah Morton now with a steal, pushes it far down left, but it's going to go out at about the football 25. Throw in for the Lady Outlaws. They're just looking to get some sort of possession in their half, outside of their half, and they have been unable to. Ball goes out of bounds again, this time off of Aspen Brown, and the Outlaws have it. Looking to push back midfield, but Haley Engstrom able to get it, and they're going to call that out of bounds. There's a little give-and-go try and setup between Maddie Fossey and Engstrom, very familiar with each other from the basketball season, unable to do so, and now the Outlaws do have it in their half, but in Savannah Morton's hands. I feel like I'm calling her name all over the field today.
Good for her.
Usually,
she's typically in the back end.
Usually it's just on set pieces she comes all the way up, but she doing very well on both sides so far. And here comes Riverton threatening again. We're going to have a breakaway. It's going to be a shot. She needs to get the shot off. Oh, and she just let herself too far. Goalie gives it up. So now we've got a little bit of an interesting situation possibly brewing, but absolute breakaway there by, I'm trying to lay a number on it for you guys. 29. That was Celie Morton, and she just gave one slightly off touch that led it a little too far for herself to get a shot before the goalie could come out and make a play. So, again, making them work. All the pressure right now on the Lady Outlaws as their goalkeeper gets her shoe tied. She's been doing all this with her shoe untied. That's impressive.
Celie really did have that shot, and I know that she's going to regret that little move there, but it was also a great play by the goalie there to get out right in front of the ball. That could have been a bad news Bears situation for the goalie, but she ended up saving it when it looked like it was an easy goal.
She definitely knows how to take her lines. I mean, she's extremely smart with it, so she's going to be extremely hard to beat. And based on what we've seen so far for Rawlins, she's going to have to be extremely hard to beat. So again, ball works its way into the middle for Riverton. Rawlins comes away with it, looking to get it past the midfield line. They're not going to be able to, because guess who? Savannah Morton, that's right, just able to take it away. Gets over to Engstrom on the far left. Ooh. She's looking to bring it down, and we have a whole bunch of things go down. Unfortunately, the person who looks to be the most injured is number 24 for Rawlins, and she's the one who's going to get called for the foul. Well, we'll get a name on that, but why they 10 for the injury, we're going to take this time out and pay a few bills.
Sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
All right, the injured player was Conley Hellman for the Lady Outlaws. We hope she gets better. Savannah Morton on the free kick, as even though she was hurt, it was the foul against Hellman as well. And I'm having all sorts of problems with my audio now. So let's play with it a little bit. Can you hear me now, Sean?
I can hear you, and it looks
Okay.
like Aspen Brown out there. Oh, she just gave up the ball.
All right, and the ball's going to go out of bounds on the far side here, and it's going to be inbounded by the Outlaws. Their first any amount of time here in the attacking third finally as they enter it. Looking to cross, just away by Riverton. She misses on the clearance, though. Savannah Morton quickly backs her up, though, and kicks it out of bounds around the 30. They're going to inbound it about 10 yards short of where it went out of bounds, but that is an old soccer trick. You see it at every level. And now we've got a potential problem, although I think an offsides flag is up, and it is. So ball goes out. It's going to go over to the Lady Wolverines here.
And the Lady Wolverines can really get out of this pretty fast. They're known for doing this. If they get into their defensive third, they get out of it really quick.
All right, inbounded by Savannah Morton. She's got a very long throw, but it goes right to an outlet, basically right out of bounds. The distance is nice on them. Just like to see a little bit more accuracy on the throws. And this is us being nitpicky based on the game today so far. The only thing that has not gone Riverton's way so far today is the scoreboard still reads 0-0. And I just realized now I'm finally giving that with 24:36 left in the half. So I do apologize. It is 0-0 here. Riverton's had probably about 4 or 5 good shots on goal, but great play by the goalkeeper for the Lady Outlaws has kept a clean sheet so far on both sides. So Riverton now with the ball, trying to kick it down the right side. They do, and there's going to be an offsides flag. You don't see that every day at midfield.
Right? I was just about to wonder.
But good job by the defense of the Outlaws creeping up to lead to that offside. So we'll see how they continue to play that, because one faulty step could look for another breakaway. So far, the best scoring chance of the day has been for the Riverton Lady Wolverines.
And here we go. We're going to see a free kick, and there will be a nice blockade of Riverton Lady Wolverines, but it gets in on the side. And look at Savannah get out of there. She spin moved her just like she did down the field, and and now we got a breakaway.
Can we talk in the morning? I'm on air.
And here we go with the nice shot, and the goalie once again.
No problem. That's awesome. Hey, Carl.
And I apologize. Kevin is on the phone next to me with an emergency. And we will see a nice kick in here to the midfield for the Lady Outlaws. And Maddie Fossey steals it right back. She does not let very much get through.
Okay, that's cool. All right, thanks, Carl. Good job. You get the commission on it.
And here we go. We have another breakaway, and it looks like number 29. Thank you. Wow, just barely missed the goal there.
Sorry about that. Had an emergency little call we had to take. But, again, another breakaway, and this time not as great an angle there by Riverton, and goalie of this IQ really able to snuff it out. But we do have a corner kick, and guess who, Sean?
It's Savannah Morton.
We're going to be shocked one day. We're just going to keep calling it that, and it won't be her, and we'll feel bad. Corner is high, right across, and almost like she was going for an Olympico, but way too high for that. So goalie doesn't even have to make a play, as the wind may have caught it. It's still down a little bit. It's not what it was a little bit earlier, but it does seem to go in spurts still. So 2 breakaway opportunities for the Lady Wolverines, unable to cash in, but definitely the pressure, putting all the pressure, and the kick from the goalie goes right to Riverton. She's going to steal it away, can't she? Oh, right across the mouth. First mistake by the goalie. She decided to come off her line, Sean, and you remember from last game, us talking about how you don't hesitate. And she did.
Yeah, and not only did she hesitate, there was a nice ball there for all the Lady Wolverines to get up on. I don't think they were expecting the ball to even be that close to the goal right after a free goal kick there.
No, I don't think they expected it, and then it went right across the mouth of the goal, slanting down and out of bounds over the goal line. So it will be a corner kick by Savannah Morton. But, boy, that may have been the best opportunity if even the wind could have blown it a little bit. Morton crosses it in. Goalie goes up for it, taps it once, almost like isn't it a libero in volleyball?
I think so.
basically sets it up, but sets it to herself and now punts it, and it's going to go right to Maddie Fossey. Let's see if number 20 can get there. She cannot. That'd be Sadie Witzel. And now we got another breakaway. Shot is way too high. It would have been it is a field goal, as it did go through the uprights, but unfortunately just and that's where they tell you got to calm down, slow down. But she had a great opportunity there. So Riverton just pouring it on with the opportunities, but with, is that 20, 31? 20 minutes, 30 seconds left, unable to cash in. So 0-0 still here at Riverton High School. And right now they're setting up for, there was an offsides call, I guess, at some point in time. And here comes the free kick right to Riverton. They're not being accurate with their free kicks at all, is Rawlins, and they're looking to bust someone free again. I think she's going to overrun it a little bit, and she does. Everybody goes in with legs. Again, everybody with legs, and kind of not really making a ton of contact with the ball. But again, here comes Maddie Fossey now.
Wow,
she's streaking down. What a move. And it's going to be kicked away and cleared slightly to number 28. 28 trying to get free. Now she can cross it. She does. Oh! And it's missed just wide. Probably, I hate to keep saying it now, the best scoring opportunity of the day for the Lady Wolverines, Sean.
Yeah, and the Lady Wolverines have the wind at their back right now, and in 20 minutes at the end of halftime, they're going to have the same problems that the Lady Outlaws are running into right now. So they need to capitalize on all these opportunities right now before they run into the same problems that the Lady Outlaws are running into right now.
Aspen Brown had led the charge on that and the pass. And what was that? Okay, miss.
The wind didn't take that one.
No, the wind didn't take that. Goalie, you can even see from here, kind of a smile, as it went completely off her foot, off the side, and went basically parallel and out of bounds. So a throw in deep in the attacking third. Fossey's going to kick it really high and really off target and out of bounds.
Maybe that's why the goalie is a goalie. She's not really great with her feet there, but who knows? That could have just been really bad off the side of her foot on accident.
Yeah, I don't think that was planned. At least I hope it's not planned. Well, it wasn't planned.
Definitely.
But so the goalkeeper going to put that down. I should probably look up her name. We're calling her enough times. Let's get her name here.
Wow, right to them again.
00, is it not?
Yes, it is.
And I'm going to guess, since we already called number 24, that goalkeeper, that may be Jessie Jerome. That's the name we have, Jessie Jerome in goal. So, and it goes out of bounds again. So once again, Riverton going to be establishing possession in the attacking third of Rawlins. It has been all Riverton as far as that goes.
All Riverton. That's an understatement.
Throw in by Savannah Morton, comes right back to her. She crosses it. Nice play. The shot is goal!
Cammie Paskett, what a goal.
Cammie Paskett settles it down, slows it down, and puts the biscuit in the basket, as they would say.
Yeah, and that was a great cross. I don't know who made the pass right away, but the inbound throw and then the cross was just amazing. Great setup. Cammie Paskett, that was exactly what they were looking for the last 10 times they shot the ball.
All right, so now it's with 18:33 or 17:33 to go. The goalpost in my way. It is 1-0 for Riverton, finally taking advantage of all these opportunities they had. Cammie did a good job of settling that ball down, slowing down, and putting it where the goalie wasn't as she tried to make the diving save. So we're going to get some substitutions here after the goal. Number 19 and 24, that's going to be Jordan Anderson coming back in, as well as Riley Johnson coming in. They're going to come in for Maddie Fossey and Cammie Paskett.
Cammie deserves a break now.
Kickoff by the Outlaws. Winds up again in Riverton's hands fairly quickly. And it winds up getting kicked back by the Outlaws. Engstrom has it, kicks it back to Meharado, or am I saying
Meharado, yes.
Meharado. She gets it out, and Aspen Brown trying to move forward, but stolen away. So, but Engstrom gets it right back. So, and taken right away, then taken right away, and taken right back. So, nice play there. Can Savannah stop it from going out of bounds? She cannot. So it'll be a throw in first, real kind of established attempt at possession here. Unfortunately, threw it right to Sadie Wetzel.
She threw it in too fast. I think her team was waiting for her, and then she didn't wait for them.
Goes off Wetzel out of bounds, so we'll wash, rinse, and repeat, as the shampoo bottle says. And here we go, and Riverton has it, kicks it out of bounds, does Aspen Brown, but gets it a little bit further down the field. So can the Outlaws get any kind of possession here established? They're trying to, and there's Haley Engstrom, kicking it far, and now we've got a potential breakaway by Jordan Anderson. She's got the speed. The goalie's coming way off her line, and she just didn't get enough on it. Uh-oh! Number 29 puts on goal, and a save as the goalie did get repositioned there as Sealy Morton put it on goal.
Man, they are just having so many great opportunities, and some of it's the goalie, and some of it's just some poor crossing, some poor footwork.
Boy, if she could have gotten a little bit more. That was on target. It was well done, just not enough oomph to it. Defender able to get back and help the goalie. And here we go again. Sealy Morton looks to be maybe a little gassed as she gives it up to the defender. No, she takes it right away. Sealy Morton going to have a shot. No, she's not, as it's taken away as the defense crowded on her. A little bit of watching there by the rest of the Riverton players. Sealy didn't have anybody to help her. She gets it back, but they're going to call a foul on somebody for Riverton. So it'll be a free kick deep in their own territory. They don't even let it settle. She kicks it right off the bounce, and she loses it. However, they are going to whistle a foul there, I'm pretty sure, on Riley Johnson.
Yeah, it looked like that. And, the biggest problem right now for the Lady Outlaws, they're not setting anything up. As soon as they get a throw-in or a free kick, they are just immediately going in. They're not letting their teammates get even a breath before they actually get on the ball. It's leading to a lot of confusion.
So now we're trying to work it down. We've got 4 Riverton Lady Wolverines coming down, but stolen away by the Outlaws. They kick it somewhat deep. Haley Engstrom able to get it, blocked pass by the Outlaws, but she is bailed out by number 15, Abriel Santee there.
That's coach's daughter.
But it's going to go out of bounds and over to the Outlaws.
And here we go. Now this is the first time that they're really actually taking their time to throw in the ball. So let's see if they're actually trying to set something up.
Thrown in, almost taken away immediately. Abriel Santee able to kick it down, I do believe. No, excuse me, that was Riley Johnson. And here we are. Outlaws have it in their own attacking third, though. They're going to kick it out of bounds, and it looks like Haley Engstrom is going to inbounds it. Nope, we're going to get a sub before that. Cammie Paskett is going to come in for number 29. She's going to come in for Sealy Morton. So replacing one good offensive player with another. Exactly what you like to do. On the inbound throw, Cammie Paskett able to take it away, but she kicks it out of bounds. So the Lady Outlaws will inbound it, this time in a rush, and it goes off of one of their players and out of bounds. Substitution, another one for Riverton. Julianne Spradlin is going to come in for, I do believe that may be Aspen Brown. Yes, it is.
And Aspen doesn't get her name called enough. She's probably one of the best defensive players on the field right now, so they need to make sure that they replace her with another good defensive player.
Well, she led the charge on that little 3-on-1 break that was just so gobbled up. They had an opportunity. And here we go again. Riverton trying to work down the right. They're comfortable going down the right and left, unlike the Outlaws, who do not look comfortable at all on their right side of the field.
Yeah, and it's not all of their fault. The Riverton Wolverines are just flooding them onto the side, and they are making them go out of bounds if they're not able to stay inbound, or if they're not able to kick it inside.
12:59 to go, 1-0 Riverton Lady Wolverines. They're working on the right side of the field with trying to inbound it, and I don't know what they called there. I'm guessing a foul because it's going to be a free kick. So fouling somebody, nothing too dangerous, nothing too violent, so nothing further from it, but a set piece. And let's see if the Outlaws can clean this up. They cannot. It's immediately stolen and fallen to the middle. Cammie Paskett with a long shot just off target. Looked to be, if it had been about 2 feet, 3 feet inward, it had been a good shot and would have been over the goalie's hands. So, going to lead to a goal kick. And let's see here. She has struggled today, has this keeper with, Jerome has with these set goal kicks. And again, right to, could have been right to Cammie Paskett if she wanted it. She kind of gave it up. And now we have the Outlaws with possession, immediately stolen away by Julian Spradlin. and it's going to go up to Savannah Morton. She's going to head it over to Riley Johnson, and here comes Riverton working down the right side again.
Lots
Settles
of good
it down.
communication.
A little bit of more fierce defense here, trying to work her way over. They do get a nice center, or attempted a center, and then a turnover quickly, but it's going to be tracked down by River. Oh, just poorly kicked there. Cammie Paskett able to get back to stop anything big from happening, and they're going to clear it into the other half as Savannah Morton tracks it down and booms it down into outlaw territory, but out of bounds.
You can't really hear it from up here, but there's, on the camera, but there's a lot of great communication between the Lady Wolverines. They're letting each other know how far they're going down, and they're trying to make sure that everybody that gets the ball knows where to go with the ball next, and it's leading to a lot of great looks.
Inbound by the Outlaws with 11:01.
I didn't know if you could see the time.
Yeah, 11:01. Thank you, though, because half the time I can't. 11:01 in the game, 1-0 Riverton. And now they're trying to work down the left, as they have all day, are the Outlaws. Tracked down by Savannah Morton, and she's going to kick it out of bounds. So it'll be an inbounds for the Outlaws around the 22-yard line on the football field. Inbounded, Savannah Morton's able to kick it downfield a little bit further, so now we'll inbound at the 32 instead of the 22.
That's that defense I was talking about.
Inbound is poorly executed, goes right to an outlaw and goes right for foot out of bounds, and she was right on the line because she didn't lose control of it by much, just barely, and it went out of bounds. So not really either well executed or well designed there, Sean.
Yeah, definitely not. Now we got Maddie Fossey coming in for number 20.
Number 20, that would be Sadie Witzel.
And Fossey, she's great in the midfield. She gets a lot of great passes, and just look for more offense coming from her and the rest of the Lady Wolverines.
Savannah throws it in, and it goes off the head of an outlaw and basically gave her 45 yards because now she will inbound it in the other half. She's looking to throw it very far. She does. Unfortunately, just a little bit too far. But Riverton able to come away with it, and now we've got something working. We're in the goal box, and it's going to just dribble out past everybody for a goal kick.
And that was a really good throw-in, just a little bit too hard. And if that had been right on target, they would have had a nice little give-and-go option because there was Cammie Paskett waiting for the goal kick.
Special thanks to High Plains Power and Lander Medical and Western Family Cares. They are our sponsors for this little bit of action here. Paskett on a give and go. Nicely done. Paskett's going to take her time. She shoots. Its rebound was available, but she overran it. But it's cleared out just right outside to Riverton, and it's going to be a missed goal there by number 1, I do believe. Nope, that'd be Olivia Bradley. So that's not her. Is it? Who is that walking towards us?
Oh, that's Maddie Fossey, sorry.
Maddie Fossey there with a secondary follow. Was not a shot on goal. Paskett may have kept the ball a little bit too long, but had a great opportunity, and the rebound was there. Another bad goal kick, but this time they're able to get a little bit going. Paskett now has it, gets it to Macy Brown, I do believe. No, excuse me, Julian Spradlin, I think. I think that's 6. Yeah, that's 6. Julian Spradlin, and now trying to work it up, but Haley Engstrom gets control of it, dribbles out of trouble, but then back into trouble, and now the Outlaws may have a break, but nicely rubbed out by Abriel Santee there. And it will go out of bounds and will stay with the Outlaws here. About 7 minutes, 55 seconds to go in this half. 1-0 Riverton. It has been all Riverton, but still only this slim lead as they have not been able to finish with a goal with balls in the back of the net. This time the ball's going to roll all the way out past the goal line, and it's going to be a goal kick. And guess who's going to take it, ladies and gentlemen? Savannah.
And I wonder if the goalie for the Lady Outlaws is just too afraid to kick it long with the wind in her face. I wonder if we'll see a little bit of a difference when they switch sides next half. Because so far her goal kicks have been what's leading the Riverton Lady Wolverines to a lot more looks.
Savannah Morton eyeing it up as we go under 7:15 to play in the half, and she's going to take the short option to Haley Engstrom, who's going to give it right back to her. Savannah now dribbling out of her own goal box, hits Maddie Fossey. Madison Fossey to Engstrom. Engstrom trying to hit, I think, Fossey on a go, but she was not going. But Fossey, with some great footwork, comes away with it. And now she's going to try and hit Paskett, who is on sides on the long runner. Let's see if we're able to finish here. Nope. It's going to go just a little too far, and the goalie able to get it on the dribble. Paskett just unable to time more than that one she had, but she's getting closer and closer. Punt comes out to about the 40, and Fossey's able to get it over to Jordan Anderson, who goes to the far side. And now we've got Michaela Osborne fighting for possession. She comes away with it, but she has no one there to help with her. Luckily for Riverton, the Lady Outlaws kick it right out of bounds. So it'll be Riverton ball here with 6:11 to go. 1-0 is the score. Lady Wolverines looking to improve on their 8-2 mark on the season. Savannah with a long throw, this time past kind of everybody. At least everybody wearing the red and the black as their primary colors.
All red and black.
Yeah. Well, the white jerseys, so they're wearing their roads. So now we've got it all the way back to Paskett. Paskett up around the 25. They're trying to set something up, maybe a give and go. They do hit the give and go, and, she tried to scoop it up. A little too far for a scoop over the goalie, and also a little too far for that amount of power on the kick. Not a lot on it. The puck goes up. Now, that's a backspin, dude. Good Lord, she's putting a backspin on it. Nice. Stolen away by Maddie Fossey. Fossey looking to go one-on-one, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. So I do wonder, she keeps putting a massive amount of backspin, combined with the wind you were talking about. That's leading to balls that kind of just die in midair. I think it's watch for her leg to see how high it's making contact. You usually want it on the way up.
Yeah.
And I think she's hitting it at the peak instead, but that's just a theory.
It's just leading to a lot of Lady Wolverines just staying in the attacking third and not fearing it even getting to the midfield.
Well, they're having these elongated possessions, too. They're not scared of the defense. Long shot! Goal! Long shot, Savannah Morton! That was a 35-yard shot, and she put it perfectly, ladies and gentlemen, right over the foot. The goalie didn't leave her line. She's where you'd want her to be, but just out of her reach. What a shot, Sean.
That was really nice. I didn't know how much air it was going to get under, and as soon as you saw it, you could tell it was going in. And good shot on her. That was 35 yards. That was on the 35, so that was a 45-yarder almost.
4:42 to go. 2-0, Lady Wolverines, as we will look to have the Lady Outlaws kick off here.
I'm excited to see what Coach Santee thinks about this goalie that she's going up against, because even though it's 2-0, it could very easily be 8-0 right now.
We're still waiting for the scoreboard. They don't have 2 up, so I'm wondering if we made a mistake.
No. It's there.
Oh, now. Okay, I just want to make sure we weren't calling it 1-0 the whole time, and we were wrong.
No, so, here we go.
And once again, stolen away. Fossey now with it, looking to go down the left. She's trying to hit Cammie Paskett. Paskett's going to be outran to it, had to turn on it, but Cammie is not giving up much. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Riverton throw-in here with 4:04, so plenty of time to get a third one. Long throw-in, winds up with Fossey. Fossey trying to get clear here. Outlaws all over the place, finally do clear it. Outlaws trying to work up the left side. Stolen away, but goes right back to an Outlaw. But stolen away again, and here we go with everybody trying to work forward for Riverton. They are just having no respect for the potential offensive breakout that Rawlins might be able to get. They do not believe they can do it.
Yeah, Rawlins is just trying to get to the midfield. They're not even thinking about the attacking third right now. They need to get out of there.
Inbound is to Savannah Moore. I think they're going to call an illegal throw there because she did get one of, I think, her right hand behind the ball and caused the spin, and that is illegal. So it'll be a free kick here by the Lady Outlaws with 3:08 to play in the half. Again, Riverton leading 2-0. Savannah Morton with a long shot, just perfectly placed. Cammie Paskett scoring the first one as well for this 2-0 lead for the Lady Wolverines. Now the Outlaws looking to work down the left, and they may have their first potential going down the left, but it is stolen right away. And now we could – they're going to call it offsides. No, they're going to say it went out of bounds, I do believe. Nope. Yeah. I don't know what they're going to call here because it's coming all the way back down. So they're going to call an offsides, and Cammie right here, for example, if they get a takeaway, she would be off this throw. They're saying it went out of bounds, actually, because it's going to be a throw-in. So, but Cammie is, you're right. She's 2 yards onside. Now she's onside. She was offsides. But so somehow Savannah, I guess, on that kick just curved it out of bounds because it doesn't have to hit. For those of you not familiar with soccer, just paying attention because you got a relative or whatnot, the ball doesn't have, unlike basketball, the ball does not have to hit out of bounds. All it has to do is curve over the line in the air and it's considered out. So, and that's exactly what just happened there, too. So going to be a throw-in by the Outlaws.
This is the most time the Outlaws have spent in the attacking third all game.
Yes, it has been, and yet you don't feel like they're in control of it at all. But they keep getting bailed out a little bit by Riverton, and there they will on a foul. So we're going to get, I do believe, the first set piece in the attacking third of the day for Rawlins here.
There we go. This is going to be the most dangerous time for Mejarado right now because she hasn't been fresh all game. She's had to stay still.
Shot not towards the goal, but trying to center it. And it is cleared away easily by Riverton. And now watch this. It's 4-on-2, but Paskett has it. Paskett feeds Fossey. She's looking to get it back to Paskett. Back to Fossey. Nice give and go. And Riverton is coming down with a vengeance here. They have to stop up by good recovery defense. Fossey with beautiful play here, but she's going to run out of room, I do believe. Fossey trying to be aggressive, taken away. Slightly cleared by the Outlaws, but Savannah Morton's right there, and you know she'll shoot from anywhere. She's going to feed it to her right over to, I do believe, Sealy Morton. Sealy Morton has it near the goal line, feeding the center. Cammie Paskett, had an easy one. Goal wide open for her, close in, and just puts it over. Got a little too excited there.
She's mad at herself right now. She's kicking herself right now. That's the third or fourth attempt of hers that went over the crossbar.
And it's not every day you can say she had time, but she had time there. She was by herself, and the goalie was not coming off her line at all. So now we're under 15 seconds. So that was probably the last scoring shot of the half. But that may not be true, and now it probably is. So unless Savannah unleashes one, she does have it with 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And that's the half. So at half, your Lady Wolverines 2, the Lady Outlaws of Rawlins 0. We'll be right back after these messages here on WyoToday Media.
Chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression, and I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
And welcome back to WyoToday Media's coverage of Riverton soccer. It is your Lady Wolverines 2, the Lady Outlaws of Rawlins 0, and it was all Lady Wolverines in that first half, Sean.
Yeah, it was nothing but offense. I think they only had to play real defense for about a grand total of 2 minutes down here in their defensive third. So look for that to continue. The wind is now coming at them instead of being on their back. So.
And again, one of the things I've noticed fundamentally about this Rawlins team, we just saw it by number 2 or 7 there, I can't see from this far, is there's a lot of backspin on their kicks. They're scooping it a little bit more and getting way underneath it. So Riverton now with the ball, basically, and I don't mean this is a disrespectful thing towards Rawlins, but there is absolutely no respect being paid by Riverton to the Rawlins offensive threat.
No,
they're not worried about a breakaway. And Riverton now pushing forward. Shot on goal is no good, just left. Oh. Nice shot there by, I do believe, Sealy Morton, but I could be wrong.
No, that's Sealy.
Okay, Sealy Morton there. Just couldn't get it on target, but they are pushing everybody forward. We've seen Savannah Morton, who usually plays back. She's at the 50 right now, but her push forward, we've seen absolutely zero. They're not worried about the consequence of a breakaway from Rawlins, and they've been able to put pressure, and eventually a defense is going to break. Credit to the Rawlins defense so far in the fact that they haven't just lost their minds at this point because they have faced pressure situation after pressure situation.
Yeah, and you were talking about it. Savannah's been coming up. You got Aspen Brown, who typically plays really good defense in the back. She's been coming up. I mean, there's nothing but offense coming from every single Riverton Lady Wolverine right now, even their best defensive players.
You can tell Riverton feels very comfortable here. They're again in the outlaw half of the field, and really just kind of able to do what they can please. The only enemy of theirs right now would be that is if they became complacent. You know, the coach kind of dealt with that at half, just making sure that didn't happen. Or at least did everything in her power to try and make sure it doesn't happen. And there we go. Thrown by by the Outlaws, and Riverton misplays it. Luckily, Savannah Morton, yet again, able to get control of it because it was just a little mental focus lapse.
Yeah.
Led to the miss there, but nobody there for the Outlaws. And here we go. We're coming down that left side, trying to center it over to Seeley. Not enough on it, but it doesn't really go much of anywhere. Fossey now, and if this is on sides, it's dangerous. Cammie Paskett now from a long way away. Goal! Curves it in just inside the goalie's right goalpost. That's number 2 for Cammie Paskett, and the lead is 3-0 with 37:21 to go in the second half.
Yeah, Cammie is just doing it. Everything that she wants, she's doing it with no fear of even being tackled or being stopped by the goalie, and she is just harping it on right now.
It was almost as if she got fed up with it. Every time I drive, I kick it just a little bit too far or I'm off target. So forget this. I'm going to shoot from further out. And it just beautifully, as they would say, bend it like Beckham.
That movie's been in the news a lot lately. I'm excited to see right here whether or not the Lady Outlaws even try and play the same kind of defense they've been playing, or if they try and switch it up.
All right, and just off the kickoff, Riverton now with it in possession, and a poor move, by the Outlaws. She tried to do a toe drag back, and she kicked it out of bounds. So now the inbounds comes in. Not well inbounded, but nicely taken away by Seeley Morton. And she's going to look for guess who again, onside. Cammie Paskett puts it on goal. Goalie able to hit it up and over the goal as it was right to her. This time, no bending it.
You think Cammie Paskett's having a good day?
I think her and Savannah Morton are especially having good days, but I think the whole team is having a good day. I don't think there's anybody out there who's just not having a little fun with this. We do have a switch at the goalkeeper position, which is going to mean that I'm guessing it's Sadie Witzel's now in goal.
It is, actually.
The only other option would have been Nora Pfisterer. Which I haven't called her name this season. So off a corner is Riverton, and it's in dangerous area. Blocked away by the goalie, though, on a nice little touch by Riverton, just right at her. She plays her position very well, but right now her position has them down 3-0. The defense hasn't been much of a help for her for Rawlins, as Riverton has kind of done what they've wanted to do with the exception of finishing, because this could easily be 10-0 right now.
Yeah, and that's the law of averages against the goalie. The goalie's doing her best, but when you put up 100 shots, you're going to eventually score one. So, and I think I have her right now at 10 saves, with about 8 of those being legitimate saves and not just easy drop and smother the ball. So she's doing everything for her team right now, and if I was her teammates, man, I would be buying her something nice. I'd be buying her a cake every single day if she's making these type of saves.
So Riverton again with possession quickly. Anytime they lose possession, it's usually not for long, as the defense has been stifling.
And here we go again. It's going to be Seeley Morton out there. She's going to kick it to Aspen Brown, and Aspen Brown's coming back again. Aspen plays great defense, but she is in the attacking third. And the Lady Outlaws are just trying to get anything going. It's not working, and here we go again. Cammie's going to try this. If she can get around number 10, she's got a nice cross, and she tries to bend it in there, and it does not work. And there we go. Had a little bit of a camera issue there. And here, nice kick out into the midfield by the goalie. That's where that wind's going to help her. It's coming at their backs now, so the goalie can actually try a lot of these long kicks, where earlier she was just trying to pass it small to her teammates. And here comes Cammie again. And the nice cross. Oh, and she missed it. And it looks like they're trying to set something up, but it wasn't going to work. The goalie's got this. Goalie's got this under control. Again, nice kick all the way down to the 40-yard line on the football field. And Savannah Morton almost got kicked in the face. Or that wasn't Savannah Morton, but that was Engstrom that almost got kicked in the face there. And now Savannah's got it. She's going to run it up the sideline. Aspen's now got the ball. She's looking to cross. Engstrom in the middle with a great pass. And now it looks like it's Cammie all alone. Oh, Cammie stopped it just a little bit too short. And now they're going to try and set something up here. And Kevin, you missed a nice shot by Cammie there. Just didn't go in. The goalie got right in front of her.
Riverton trying to, once again, just work the ball forward. They have had themselves a day, so to speak, have the Lady Wolverines, and look to be not letting up at all as we go under 33 minutes to play in the half. Score is 3-0.
A lot of good kicks out into the midfield, which is not what we were seeing by the Lady Outlaws earlier in the game.
Maddie Fossey looking to come straight down the middle. She's got a little bit until she's cut off there by the last line of defense. And now the Lady Outlaws looking to try and work it forward, and they have something, but that should be offsides. It is.
Camden Sheets was trying to get around the defense there, and she ran into a wall. But good. It was the first time I can honestly say that was good defense by the Lady Outlaws in the midfield. So it's maybe a turn of pace. Maybe they're trying to do something a little differently that they didn't have in the first half here.
All right, they're going to put it down at the offside point for a free kick here. It's going to be Savannah Morton, as usual, taking the set piece. And she puts a lot of leg into that, and I do believe they would have gotten Celie Morton way offsides. But she's gotten back on now, and the fight for possession ends up in the Outlaws' feet. And they're going to kick it out of bounds right around the 38.
And that was a good move to get it out of bounds, but if she had looked just a little bit to her left, she had a nice pass to number 1 that could have ran up the sideline.
Thrown down the sideline. This time the Outlaws able to get control of it, but they give a leading pass. All they're really looking for, Sean, is breakaways.
Yeah.
That's all they're trying to do. It's all they seemingly have faith in doing. But when you have to pull this many back from this offensive onslaught that has been seen by Riverton since minute 1, you don't have a whole lot of people you can throw forward quickly.
Yeah, it's literally all but one playing defense for pretty much this entire half. And that's just leading to no ability to even have an offense if they wanted to.
Taken away by Jordan Anderson. Jordan Anderson to Cammie Paskett. Taken away by an Outlaw, though. And here they would have had an opportunity to bring those 3 up along with the forward. And they tried to hit a leading pass. It's cut off immediately. Taken away. And here we go on the break yet again. That one was by Fossey. It's kicked down the left side to number 2. Just going to follow it. Camden Sheets going to follow it out of bounds.
Yeah,
that's
Fossey's
not
playing.
Camden Sheets. This is number 2.
Fossey is playing some great defense.
Okay, that was Camden Sheets.
There she is again.
Fossey trying to fight for the ball here. Does so, just able to physically rub the person out of the play. And it's going to go over to Jordan Anderson. Anderson looking to put it up. She does. And we've got a breaker. Going to have to pull it back, however. And Fossey from long distance stopped. It's blocked by a defensive player. And now we're just going to play a little bit back and forth here. And the Outlaws had a chance to clear it. They do not. Fossey from long distance able to play it. She almost overplayed it, did the keeper, as it almost snuck out the back end, as they would say, as she went to the side of it instead of going straight down for it.
There's that wind at the goalkeeper's back. She's getting them all the way out to the 50-yard line every single kick now, where earlier she was only getting it about 10 yards deep.
Riverton trying to work its way up the left side. Try to center there is not good, and now we do have Outlaws potentially on a break. And they are coming down the right side. One player's trying to catch up. She's going to shoot from way downtown, and it's going to go way out of bounds.
I know that they're trying to play defense, but she's got to be mad at some of her teammates. There was no hustle to get up into the attacking third to help her out. It was 1 versus 3, and they could have been 4 versus 3 if they had just hustled all the way up there. Lots of substitutions.
Savannah Morton going to take the goal kick here. No surprise in that game.
Aspen Brown coming out and Jordan Anderson coming out. Did not see who came in for them.
Morton with a little give and go off the goal kick, and they're going to try and work their way down the field. On the left side, blocked out of bounds by the Lady Outlaws as we go under 29 minutes to go in the game. And here comes Riverton. It's going to, though, get deflected and out of bounds over to the Outlaws as it kind of ping-ponged off of 2 bodies.
And in case we haven't mentioned it yet, stay tuned for our post-game interview with the Lady Wolverines head coach, Tanya Santee. And I'm sure she'll have a lot of praise for Cammie Paskett and the rest of her team today. But we will love to have you here joining us before the boys' game.
And now they're trying to work it down the right side. Number 21,
nice
Alicia
pass.
Vargas leading the way. Pass is over and instantly blocked. Goalkeeper right where she needed to be. So it'll remain with 27:50 to go, 3-0 Lady Wolverines, who have put all sorts of pressure on but have left a lot of opportunities on the table here today.
Very well could be 10-0 right now if this goalie wasn't so good at her job.
Offsides there on a break. I didn't know if they were going to throw the flag up there or not.
Yeah, it was close, and it was going to be Cammie one-on-one with number 18 out there. And you know Cammie, she's got the legs to get around whoever's in front of her, so that would have been a nice little could have been a hat trick for Cammie.
So the Outlaws setting up for the free kick off the offsides. They do so. It goes right to Madison Fossey. And she's going to work it up. She works it over to Macy Brown, who's trying to bring it up. Stolen away. Goes right back to, I do believe that's Cammie Paskett over there. And she fights for it. She's going to funnel it down. No, that wasn't Cammie. That was Madison.
Yeah.
Winds up in the goalie's hand nonetheless. No real threat of a shot there. And she punts it down, this time kicking it a little bit lower.
Wow.
Nicely done. And now we've got a potential mistake. Savannah Morton has to backtrack way back to get the ball. She does so. And now some people trying to pinch up for the Outlaws. But this could be a problem for them as it sets up Riverton possibly for a break. Luckily for the Outlaws, they take it away but kick it right out of bounds and almost hit Richie Miller there. And he doesn't flinch.
No, he does not. And it doesn't look like the Lady Wolverines are flinching at all either. They had that. If there was an error like there was in baseball, that would have been an error on the Lady Wolverines to let it get into their defensive third.
Savannah Morton throws it right into the gut of one of the Outlaw players. It bounces down to the Wolverines. They look to center it. Not enough on the centering pass, but it's going to wind up in Savannah Morton's feet here, and she's going to send it forward. Macy Brown, now look at it. She waited on that where she should have gone and gotten it, and it wound up being a turnover of sorts. And now here come the Outlaws, but it's 2-on-4. Morton able to just punch it over so that Camden Sheets will now get it down and get it over to Fossey, who then gets it to Meharado, who's now playing in the field. They get it all the way up to Sealy Morton. Sealy on the right side, little bit of people falling all over. They're going to call a foul on Sealy there. It'll be a free kick for the Outlaws.
I like seeing Meharado in the offense because, as the goalie today, she wasn't getting a whole lot of movement. They probably want to keep her legs fresh. What's going on here?
Free kick.
Oh, the official.
Okay.
Oh, Coach Santee is talking to the official right now.
Probably arguing the call. Yep, that's exactly what she's doing. She's saying it was a bogus call, but she's not going to really get anywhere with that. So
it might have been
maybe
questionable at best.
So it'll be a free kick for the Outlaws, and off these free kicks, the Wolverines, I think Lady Wolverines have benefited more than the Outlaws themselves. This one headed right towards the goal by the Wolverines, and now it is cleared, or attempted to clear, and Camden Sheets takes it. Camden Sheets trying to get to somebody, gets it to Fossey. Fossey immediately has it taken away, but it goes right to Savannah Morton, who now is trying to work it down the right side.
That was a nice pass
That
by
may be a
Fossey.
handball there. It is, but they're going to call it against Riverton. So, nonetheless, maybe they're saying it was a grab or whatnot. But 23 minutes to go, is that right?
20, or just under 24.
Okay, just under 24 minutes, 23:54 to go. 3-0 Riverton. Fossey now with it off the throw-in. Referee says play through. Gets it to Cammie Paskett. Oh, Cammie just... I'm surprised a foul was called there, but okay. So maybe that's why Cammie came off the ball. She's looking to feed it forward. She does. Shot on goal is good. Goal by, I do believe that is Maddie Fossey.
That is Maddie Fossey.
Maddie Fossey with her first of the game, the fourth for the Lady Wolverines. They caught me between goal and good. And now Cammie Paskett with 2. She'll get an assist there as well. And that's good because Fossey also has an assist on one of her goals. Fossey with a goal, Cammie Paskett with 2, and Savannah Morton with 1. And it is 4-0 as we hit the 23-minute mark to go.
They didn't stop the clock there.
So off we go, and the kickoff is behind, as it normally is, for the Outlaws. And you look and see Riverton immediately trying to pressure up. It does go out of bounds off of Macy Brown. So turnover there. Riverton just looking to keep the ball. But now the Outlaws trying to push forward. They do, but they have no one else back there.
This offense is just so terrifying that they're too afraid to push 2 people into the attacking third. They cannot do it.
And it may be at this point that after so much defense that the legs are gone.
Oh, yeah.
This is not a team that's experienced a whole lot of success, obviously, this year with their record. But Riverton trying to take advantage of it, and lo and behold, they might have, just had a little more on that pass. We would have had yet another golden opportunity. Camden Sheets looking to send it forward to Sealy Morton. It's going to wind up being taken away by Sealy Morton after she lost it. And Alicia Vargas trying to get control of it. She cannot. She tries to take it back. Meharado comes in, winds up with Sealy Morton, winds up off the backside of a player for the Lady Outlaws. And Riverton will look to set up here.
Nice pass.
Nice pass. Nothing on that shot, though, and it would have gone wide anyway. Easily scooped up by the goalkeeper as we go to 21.5 minutes to go in the game. 4-0, your Lady Wolverines.
And the passing has just been superb by the Lady Wolverines, whereas the Lady Outlaws are kicking it directly to the Lady Wolverines. Everyone wearing black and red today is making their passes pristine, perfectly, in between defense, and just can't say enough about it. Out of bounds. And a substitution or 2 here. Who you got coming in? You got Jordan Anderson.
And
Michaela Osborne coming in for Sealy Morton. And number 11.
Number 11 would be Savannah Morton.
That's not her because she's still out there. There she is with the ball right now, actually.
So Savannah looking to clear it out. This is the most amount of time I think they've had in this half of the field, and they're instantly not going to be in this half of the field. But looking to take it back, and they are back in the. And now the Outlaws doing everything they can to try and push a few forward. Now they've got kind of their most sustained attack of the day, getting a little physical. The ball's probably Macy Brown kicks it, but it does go off an Outlaw, so it'll be inbound by Riverton. And Maddie Fossey coming back in here, and so is Julian Spradlin. They're going to come in for, well, guess who? Cammie Paskett and Macy Brown.
And the defense, just in the defensive third for Lady Wolverines right back there, they could play a little lax if they wanted to. They're not letting anything get past them right now. They want to complete this shutout, which with just under 20 minutes, they have the opportunity to do that right now.
Inbound by Riverton. And now they'll look to push forward with relative ease. Their passes haven't been really contested a whole lot, and unable to run that one down, though, is Riverton. So to go over to the Outlaws, but just wait a few seconds. I'm sure Riverton will have it right back. Now I jinxed them. Taken away now, and look, Riverton's trying to make a move, and just way outside of the passing lane there. So Riverton has it back in their half of the field, trying to push forward, and they are. There goes Maddie Fossey trying to run after it. She's going to be beaten to it fairly easily as she had a good jump. Meharado now with it. Kicks it over the side, trying to funnel it back to center. Misplaced pass winds up. And that's a handball, and they're going to call it. She swung a punch at the ball there, did the Outlaw.
A little boxing match
tried to
going
drop
on.
the people's elbow or something on it, but got it with her forearm/fist.
It goes without saying, Savannah Morton has played one of her most all-around best games today. She's played offense, defense, and everything in between, just to a point where you are you just can't say how much she's done for this team.
All right, Riverton now with it in the attacking third, but misplayed and goes out of bounds. So to go over to the Lady Outlaws as they're going to do some substituting as well, as we are right about to be under 18 minutes to go in this game.
Let's see here. They're going to change out who's throwing it in. I don't know if it matters that much at this point.
No, they're just buying time for the substitution, I do believe. I agree, though.
They've had a few throw-ins that have just not gone their way. Well, I should say more than a few, but there's another one right there. Throws it, and they just bounce it off their chest straight out of bounds.
As you were saying earlier, they're just rushing everything.
Yeah.
They continually rush everything. So, and it's just not paying off well for them.
They're not communicating with each other when they have a throw-in or they have a free kick or they have a goal kick, which they're about to have here. They're just not saying, hey, I'm gonna kick this off in 5 seconds. You guys get down the field. They're just grabbing it and kicking it as soon as they can, or grabbing it and throwing it, and their own teammates are not being allowed the time to get set up in any sort of position to score or to even get the ball sometimes.
Outlaws trying to work it downfield. They're having a little bit of modicum of success, but Riverton comes away with it. They're going to say it's off of Riverton, though, so it'll be an inbounds here by the Lady Outlaws. And Savannah Morton has it, and she's just going to get shoved, and they're going to call that. So it takes a lot to try to rub her off the ball. It takes a direct shove, so she will take the free kick, and I expect this will go far, Sean.
Yeah. It is going into the wind, but she's got a leg on her, especially today. She's already proved it with that kick. She's going to...
Yep, it's far.
Nice
Gets
pass.
over to Jordan Anderson. Now she's got an opportunity to try and set something up. She feeds it over to the side to Michaela Osborne. Michaela Osborne just beat out, and it's going to be a throw-in for your Lady Wolverines as we go under, is that 16?
Yep.
The goalpost, I can't tell if it's 6 or a 5.
Now it's under 16.
Under 16 minutes now, 4-0. Throw-in comes from Jordan Anderson, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a corner. So now Savannah Morton has to run all the way down to take this corner.
She's going to be tired after today. I think she's only been pulled out of the game for about 2 minutes, and she is, like I said earlier, she's playing defense. She's always around the ball, and she's playing offense. She's proved it with a goal, and she is the one taking the corner kick as usual here.
All right, Savannah really booms it in there. Maybe a little too hard, but settled down by Riverton. Turns back over, and Cammie no, that's not Cammie. That's
Maddie
Fossey, excuse me. The 4 and the 8, for some reason, when they're running, is doing everything she can to fight for every inch. Nice cross. It's going to be picked up, though, by the goalie. Is a little too far forward. So 16 minutes and counting. 4-0 Riverton. Riverton in complete control here. And the Lady Wolverines having one heck of a season so far.
Yeah, and they're going to move into being, I believe, 5-0 in the division. And Rawlins has a lot to work on at the end of the day, and I'm sure that their coach is going to be talking to them about communicating and setting up each other a little bit better. But right now, Coach Santee for the Lady Wolverines has nothing to be mad about other than maybe lack of execution in the first half.
Just couldn't finish it, and I mean that's one of those things you just keep putting balls on goal and
law of averages.
You just hope to get. Now you do want to get a little bit better with that second and third touch that for example, Cammie Paskett was having, where she was just putting it out of her own reach, and now trying to set somebody up is Fossey trying to set it out there for Jordan Anderson. Anderson fighting in the box for possession, cannot get it. Possession winds up still being with Michaela Osborne, though, but she gives it up. But there is Riley Johnson able to get it right back for Riverton. So it's really just not been a day for the Outlaws to be able to get any kind of possession. Beautifully touched there, a mistimed centering pass, and it's going to be centered anyway, and it's going to be a goal kick.
Reaching 13 and a half minutes now, and I think, they're going to start sending in some substitutions just so they can make sure they keep this shutout on the table.
Well, Cammie Paskett coming back in, Celie Morton coming back in. I think it's going to take a real major mistake for this not to end in a shutout. It have to maybe be a series of them because Savannah's been there to clean up every single mistake on the back end by the defense. You do wonder, however, with Sadie Witzel really hasn't touched the ball in about 25 minutes.
Well, and that's why they got Mejarado in on the offense, is because she didn't touch the ball for the first 20 minutes.
Mejarado, speaking of which, with the ball now, playing midfield. Gets it in. Fossey trying to rub somebody out of it. Got to be almost careful there. Could have been called for that basically shoulder tackle.
And just going back to Mejarado, she plays some fantastic defense when she's on the field and not in a goalie uniform. And she's only a freshman, but she plays like a senior. She plays with experience. She knows where the ball is going to be. And her and Savannah Morton, they are just some top-tier defensive players on this team right now.
Inbounded by Riverton. They're looking to cross. Nicely done. Just nobody really exactly there. And it's curving towards the goalkeeper who picks it up. Who, nothing to take away. I mean, she's given up 4 goals, but she has had to work her tail off today. And made some great saves. Just didn't get enough help and couldn't make some of the more timely ones. Riverton still trying to push forward. And now you see the defenders even coming up around past midfield. There's really no respect there. Cammie probably wants a foul. Is she going to get it is the question.
Don't believe so.
No, but I think she's going to get a corner kick out of it. She is going to get a corner kick out of it or a free kick. Hold on here. Nope, going to be a corner.
Yeah.
Savannah Morton had to come 40 yards downfield to take it, so Savannah going to try and put it on target. Savannah has a goal today, I do believe, looking for her first assist on the evening.
I think it would
Savannah
be her first.
Trying the Olympico again almost. It bounces up into the goalie and easily kept out of harm's way as we go under 11 minutes and 10 seconds left in the ball game.
That might have been the first. Oh, and now it goes out of bounds. I was about to compliment the pass all the way to midfield by the goalie, but then it went out of bounds. You can see the wind picking up just from watching the jerseys down on the sidelines. 21 is coming in for 22. Michaela Osborne coming out. Alicia Vargas going in. Dang.
Yeah, the one way we know the wind's blowing is that it slams that door hard. So Riverton trying to just get through these next 10 and a half minutes, get a back-to-back clean sheet for their goalkeepers. And this is going all the way downfield. They need to be careful here. Good job. Just get it out of harm's way and allow some of the defensive cavalry to get back. Savannah Morton having to come all the way back from taking that corner. And inbounded here. And, whoa, that was interesting. A couple Riverton players had a chance to put the ball out of harm's way, but they go ahead and let Witzel just take care of it. But that could have been dangerous. Might hear something about that come practice and just let it keep rolling untouched.
On the way down there, I would have just kicked it back to Witzel. That would have been the first time she touched the ball, and she could have kicked it now. And then they wouldn't have been set up for that situation that you were just talking about.
And now here they come again. Riverton trying to put pressure. It's Cammie Paskett. And we're going to get a foul on the Lady Outlaws. So I expect, nope, Savannah Morton's not going to take this. They're going to let Cammie Paskett, I do believe, take this. So this will be the first time this season that I've seen someone not named Savannah Morton take a free kick.
And she is making sure she knows exactly what she wants. And look, she's letting her team get set up, something we won't really see the Lady Outlaws do at all today. And we have a Seagull on the field.
Here goes Cammie. Cammie puts it on target and missed by kind of everybody. Oh, a shot there also missed. Now Savannah Morton has it. Savannah trying to take it away, and it's going to go out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in here as we are now under 10 minutes to play in this game.
Ooh. Throw
in misses everybody, so is able to get cleared. Long shot is way off target. Goalie was tracking it though, because she won't get caught on a shot like Savannah Morton's too many times like that after you get caught once. So we've got 9 minutes, I do believe, and 8.5 minutes left. Can't see the 9 versus the 8 here because of the goalpost, but 8.5 minutes to go here.
Kicked it right to her.
Kicked it right to 19. Kicked it right to Jordan Anderson. But they're able to secure it away. And is this going to be – it's going to be saved?
It is.
And here we go again. Oh, nice little thought by Savannah Morton. Unfortunately, a Lady Outlaw right there to take it away. Camden Sheets now playing kind of up for Camden. Camden going to put a shot on goal potentially. No, a little bit too much backspin there. It just died on the hop. And the goalie trying to pick it up. But Camden Sheets way up off her defensive normal position. Again, just not scared at all.
And a lot of physicality by her, too. Lots of physicality, especially by the Lady Wolverines in the attacking third. They're just laying out bodies right now.
Nice moves by Camden Sheets. She gets it over to Savannah Morton. Savannah Morton going down the right side, puts a ball on. Oh! A crossing pass that was absolutely perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Just missed the outstretched foot of, was that Cammie or Fossey?
Yeah.
Of Cammie Paskett. It would have been Sports Center, da-da-da, da-da-da. It would have been absolutely beautiful. It was well designed and well executed. Just missed, just slightly off on the timing.
On any other day, that would have been in.
And it all started with Camden Sheets tenaciously going through 3 defenders and keeping possession. So they're not stopping now, and you know the defenders are feeling a little good getting to push up because they don't normally get to have a shot at an assist or goal except for on a breakaway with an assist. So under 7 to go as we are still 4-0, and I can't really count the last shot on goal. I can't remember when it happened for the Outlaws.
It was the first half for sure. And the Lady Wolverines are looking to make this 5-0 if they can. This is the first real time it's been in midfield since the 15-minute mark.
Matarado, and here they come trying to push our Lady Outlaws going down the left side. Camden Sheets just got the speed on her. Kicks out of bounds, allows the defensive cavalry to all come back now down the field and make it very difficult for the Outlaws.
And this is going to be a throw-in. This might be one of their best opportunities here just in the second half to even see the goal.
Number 15, very slow in everything she's doing here.
She's finally setting.
And she just shrugged her shoulders. Okay, a throw-in.
Directly out of bounds. How many times have they done that today?
They threw it right to her chest and right out of bounds with no thought to that. That would, I hate to say it, and I won't name names, obviously, but that's a sign of a defeated player now. Shrugging the shoulders, just not really care. And, yeah, that was way off sides. So they had Cammie Paskett, and I love how she looks at the ref and smiles with her arms out as if I wasn't off sides. That would have been an epic run for the ages from onside. So.
Yeah.
But, there was really no hustle there. They're just like, man.
Well, and that's not the first time that they've thrown the ball in and it's hit a lady outlaw, and then it's just they kick it right out of bounds, or they chest bump it right out of bounds. No motivation to get it inside the sidelines there.
And it's a sign of being tired, too. Anytime you play defense for this long, this intensely, just trying, and a team is putting, as good as Riverton Lady Wolverines are, putting the constant pressure on you. It leads to just a defeated mind and a defeated body. You just have nothing left to push because you've been on your back heels all day. And here goes the Lady Wolverines trying to put Rawlins on their back heels again. It's just been beautifully played by Riverton. Some bright spots, though, for Rawlins if they want to build upon. The goalie, Jerome, has been excellent, even though you find it odd, probably, or people do, that we're saying that about someone who's given up 4. But she's made some spectacular saves. It's just you're asking her to be on point at all times. There's no moment to just breathe and grab the water bottle in the back or whatnot. And speaking of that, here they come, Savannah Morton over to Alicia Vargas, Vargas is going to get taken away as we are now under 4 minutes to play in this game.
And this is still all the Lady Outlaws want to try and end on a good note. They're all kind of celebrating in their own little way here whenever they get a nice push or push them out of bounds. You can see that they're trying to do something. They don't want to be shut out, but right now it's going to be really hard for them to get even into the attacking third with the way that the Lady Wolverines are still playing.
And the Lady Wolverines still trying to push it. Centering pass to Cammie. If Cammie can get the turn here, she couldn't get it as cleanly as she probably wanted. And she's going to try and feed Jordan Anderson. Anderson puts shot on, and it is easily stopped. Not a whole lot of push on that as we are at 3:18.
The leg was just not strong enough. I thought she had it.
So this time, doing a good job with the punts now. She's hitting them at a lower angle, allowing that backspin not to occur. And we're going to have a throw in here for Rawlins. Potentially their last push as we are under 3 minutes to go in the match here.
This is almost definitely their last push here. You can kind of see everyone in white right now just sluggishly getting to their side of the half, and it doesn't look like they have a lot of motivation right now.
Well, they definitely don't want to, and immediately stolen by Cammie, but almost went back to Rawlins player. Cammie's still going 110% here, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Rawlins. This one actually thrown to a Rawlins player, not out of bounds. Same point in time, they want to get one last push, and they don't want to allow this to happen.
Yep.
As Riverton is still trying to push down field, Rawlins trying to keep that from happening. And Savannah Morton now with it, tries to put it in for Cammie Paskett. Paskett had a choice to go under or over and went the wrong way for that pass. But still, no harm, no foul. Winds up with Savannah Morton who gets it to Mejarado, And now Rawlins kind of playing with it a little too much down towards their box. Long shot tried to be put on by, I think, Fossey. No, that was Cammie Paskett.
How many shots on goal does she have today?
I don't even know if that one was on goal, but it's just making that goalkeeper work. She's got a bunch, though, to answer your question. I don't know. That doesn't really answer your question. A bunch, that scientific term. And oddly enough, even with that, player of the game is going to be a hard pick.
Oh, yeah. I might even give it to Savannah with her 40-yard bomb earlier.
Well, we're going to have the choice, so let's not give it away. But there's been a lot of great action at all points, except for maybe the goalkeeper. As we go at 104, 103, we've got under 1 minute now to play in the match, 4-0, so 58 seconds and counting now for a clean sheet, and that will be back-to-back clean sheets here at home for your Lady Wolverines.
And that is not only some great news for Coach Santee to bring home, but they don't have a game for a little while after this, and I know that they're going to be practicing obviously as hard as ever, but after you do this to two separate teams, I mean, you got no weight on your shoulders.
So the free kick taken by Rawlins goes immediately into Savannah Morton's shoulder/chest, and they're just going to let it go out of bounds. It'll be Rawlins inbounds as we go under 20 seconds to play in the match. Goes out of bounds yet again off the throw, and still with Rawlins, but we're now under 13, 12, 11. Under 10 seconds to go in the match. Should be another easy, clean sheet. They just need to keep it over the sideline. We have 5 seconds to go, 3 seconds to go, and 1 second to go. And that's the match here from Riverton High School. Your Lady Wolverines defeat the Rawlins Lady Outlaws 4-0. It was an offensive onslaught from the very beginning for Riverton. Cammie Paskett with 2 goals and an assist. Madison Fossey with 1 goal and an assist. And Savannah Morton with 1 goal. The big, long one that just went right over the goalkeeper's hands. We'll be right back after these messages, and Sean's going to get a chance to sit down and chat with Coach Santee as soon as she's done with the warm-ups, and we'll be, not warm-ups, the handshakes, and we'll be right back with our Click It or Ticket post-game show here on WyoToday Media.
The canyon near you. Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
All right, and we are back with the Click It or Ticket postgame show. I am joined by Lady Wolverines head coach Tanya Santee. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Well, that was a offensive onslaught by your team. Can you take us through? Was that the game plan the whole time? Was from the beginning to the end, just make sure you stay in the attacking third?
Well, not. Our game plan was to possess the ball and make good passes, and we've been working on some things defensively, some off-ball movement stuff, and all of those should have led to us holding it in our attacking half. So, but yeah.
And Cammie Paskett had 2 goals. She could have easily had 5 or 6 if weren't for the outstanding goalie, Jessie Jerome. What can you say about Cammie Paskett's play today?
She played real well. She found, obviously, she had a couple more that she ran onto and could have, that were close. And honestly, it's really a team piece of maintaining, possession and looking for those opportunities to pass the ball through and find opportunities. And it's exciting to have multiple kids get some goals on the board. So.
Yeah, and it really did come from your mid-range or midfield defense, starting and stopping with Savannah Morton almost every single time. What can you say that your defense did to help out your offense pretty much all day?
We always start every game with 2 or 3 focuses of what we're going to do, and disciplined defenses, usually some form of that is on there, and being in support of each other. And we just know that, when we win the ball, it starts there, and that moving the ball is easier than trying to chase after it. So, and they're very comfortable. The Savannah particularly, Haley Engstrom in the back line are very comfortable with the ball at their feet. But they do a good job of looking for each other, and every game it feels like they do a little bit more of that. So in that back line, use the back line a little more, and, first half they used Ayana quite a bit, and that's what we want to do, because the more people you can get in the attack, the easier it is to get in.
Yeah, and so you have Newcastle at Newcastle next week. You have won 2 games in a row, 2 shutouts in a row at home. What are you going to be working on with your team leading up to a much tougher team in Newcastle?
A little bit of shot placement, really. I feel like, yes, their goalie did a good job, but we also shot it right at her most of the time. I don't know that she had to make any dramatic saves, so we'll be looking, to at our shooting and putting the ball in the back of the net a little bit more, and we'll just continue to work on all the basics. I mean, honestly, that's what we do every week, is to focus on passing and moving and defense.
Well, it looked like a total shutout or a total domination today, so congratulations, Coach, on the win. Again, 4-0 in favor of the Lady Wolverines. We will be back with the first half of the boys' game after this. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
And welcome back to the Bailey's Tire and Auto pregame show for the boys' game today, as they will face Rawlins, and it looks like a potentially one-sided matchup for Riverton, just like the girls' game.
Yeah, the Rawlins girls teams, the Lady Outlaws, they had a few mishaps early in the season. They had somehow a worse record than the boys coming in. The Rawlins boys team is 0-4 in the division, 2-6 overall. Compare that to Riverton, who's 5-5 overall, but they are 3-1 in the division after beating Buffalo last week by the score of 3-1. So this could very easily look similar to the last game we just watched, but only time will tell.
All right, we are about 2 minutes away from game time action. We'll be right back in about 30 seconds with your Sutherland starting lineup.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
And welcome back for the Sutherland starting lineup here on WyoToday Media. We do not have, at least as of yet, the lineup for Rawlins, so we're going to start out with the home team, the good guys, your Riverton Wolverines. In goal, a senior, number 0, Lucas Engel. Number 7, a midfielder, senior Kennedy Prom. Number 9, a senior midfielder /forward, Drake Bradshaw. Number 13, a senior midfielder, Hayden Brown. Number 15, a junior defenseman, Jackson Hill. Number 17, a senior midfielder /forward, Daxton Fisher. Number 23, a senior forward, Tanner Johnson. Number 25, a senior defensive and midfielder, Corbin Heil. Number 32, a junior midfielder, Ruger Stoll. Number 33, a junior midfield /forward, Sean Caruth. Number 37, a junior defenseman, Varen Baxter. I'll tell you one guy to look out for today, besides obviously Sean Caruth and how good of a game he had last time we were here, Sean, but is Daxton Fisher had one heck of a game. Not doing a lot of things that would wind up in a scorebook per se, but played well on the back end, played well on the front end, good passing, good crisp passing, some steals to his name, not letting anybody ever get behind him, and he really just kind of shut down his area of the field when he was playing defensively and really helped spur on some opportunities for Sean Caruth and Tanner Johnson on some breakaways.
Yeah, that's the name of his game, is really great defense and great passing.
Of course, the coach of the Riverton Wolverines is Brady Samuelson. He's assisted by Slade Becker, Aziz Waheed, and Jesse Cornejo. Trainer is Ross Anderson, and manager is Cambry Jevney is what I'm going to go with. And the starters for the Outlaws, coming up from Rock Springs over South Pass, number 1, Morales, number 2, Ben Como, number 3, Antierza, number 8, Pineda, number 9, Henson, number 10, Acosta, number 11, Johnson, number 13, Green, number 14, Lujarejo, number 16, Kern, and number 19, Molina. So that will be their lineups, and we will be right back after the national anthem and ready to get things started here at Riverton High School on WyoToday Media.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
And welcome back to WyoToday Media's coverage of Riverton soccer. We are here live at Riverton High School. Girls winning 4-0 over the Lady Outlaws of Rawlins, and the boys are getting ready to kick off. They will have the honors against the Rawlins Outlaws here. A chance to really see above 500. They're at 500 now, but chance to see above 500 in quite some time for this Riverton squad.
Yeah, and not only that, but if they were to come out victorious today, they would hold steady with their second place in the division, and that would just make them one step closer to leading the division, heading into a very serious slew of hard games coming up.
So the wind at field level, you can tell by the uniforms, is pretty whipping.
Whipping indeed, and it is still going. Now it is at the Riverton, it's at the back of Riverton right now. So
okay, kickoff is underway, and here we go. Riverton trying to push it down the left is Corbin Heil. Corbin Heil over to Daxon Fisher, and the ball is going to go out of bounds but remain with Riverton. So a little bit of a different setup than we saw about a week ago, where Caruth and Tanner Johnson were both up top.
I think it might have something to do with Caruth getting a little injured at the end of the game last week, which we are glad that he is okay and he is playing today.
Nice pass, but poorly handled by Drake Bradshaw, but they're going to wind up getting it back over to Kennedy Prom. Kennedy's going to lose it, though, but it's going to be picked up by Sean Caruth. So let's see what he can do. He's going to go to his far right, and he's going to try and work down towards the box. Looking to cross, does so, and almost had a standing wide open. I can't tell the number.
Number 9, Drake.
Number 9, Drake Bradshaw, but unfortunately, goalkeeper was able to jump into that. That's Morales, who's wearing number 0, wears number 1 out in the field. And they get to Drake Bradshaw. He cannot turn and fire in the box, and there's going to be a whistle of some sort. May have been offsides. Probably would be my guess what the whistle would be for. And it's going to lead to a goal kick.
And we're really going to see just how Riverton comes out and plays today. Last week they started off really fast and they kind of went into a lull in the middle. And I know they're going to want to start off fast again today and just keep it that way the whole game.
Well, this kid for the Outlaws was facing down everything they'd seen and coming down. And now the Outlaws looking to push. They're just running. They've ran through 7 defenders so far, Sean.
Yeah. And
between number 6 and the number, I forget who it was down here. Just ran right through them.
Yeah, and he wasn't doing some fancy leg work. He was just running, barreling straight through him and getting past him, and the ball just happened to get past the Wolverines as well.
So ball goes out of bounds over to Riverton. Now Riverton looking to come down the right. They have something possibly in the works. Stops it. You're going to look for a cross here most likely.
Oh, wow.
No, does. It puts it on goal / cross. Had a better opportunity there. I do believe that's Tanner Johnson. He's doing what Tanner Johnson normally does when he mishits a ball. So I'm going to guess it's Tanner. And it is. Tanner's a good young man, headed to Montana Tech to kick for them next year in football. So congratulations to him on signing with Montana Tech. And immediately Riverton comes back and puts a little bouncing ball on goal. Shouldn't have been a problem and was not a problem for the goalkeeper, Morales, for the Outlaws.
They got some nice footwork here, the Rawlins Outlaws do.
And now it's a race. And he's going to beat him out. A little bit of a shove there gives them the direction they needed. But number 6, who is not listed as one of their starters, although he did start, is going to wind up with it going out. And it's going to be a throw-in, it looks like, as close as you can. Is it? Yeah, it's a throw in,
like a corner.
as close as you can get to the corner. So.
And who's throwing that in right now? Number 25.
25, that would be Corbin Heil. Corbin Heil throws in. They look to just clear it out of danger. They do have something. If he can get there, no, he cannot. Goes to 16, Kern for the Outlaws, but it goes off him and out of bounds. So it'll be Riverton ball here. We're roughly 4 minutes into the game, and it's still 0-0.
Speaking of Corbin Heil, shout out to his little
long
brother
throw
Kyler.
in there to really nowhere, and it's going to be a throw in now by them. So number 6 is it's either Angel Acosta, but his jersey number is not listed as 6, or Zachary Kovaloff, who is a striker. And based on position, I'm going to go with it being Zachary Kovaloff.
Someone's down on the ground.
And we've got an injured player here on the Outlaws, so we're going to take a moment, and we'll be right back after these messages here on WyoToday Media.
And Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Moreland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
And we're back. What was that number again?
Number 9 got hurt.
Number 9, that was Carlos Lucero. We do feel for him. And Riverton has something working in the box. Looks like it's they still have something working in the box. Nice. Oh, he just missed it on the putback. 17 comes in and kicks a field goal. Good. Daxton Fisher, a perfectly placed extra point, but need to be a little bit lower there. But all sorts of opportunities there, Sean.
Maybe he should be replacing the kicker on the football team, huh? That was a great shot.
Is he the one? No, who is taking the place of Tanner? I know they shared it with you.
The goalie of
the other goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So Riley Murray.
Yes, Riley Murray will be the new kicker for
And
Riverton.
here comes Riverton. Oh, nice pass just cut off. If it hadn't been, it would almost assuredly have been a shot on goal. And now Riverton trying to work its way back and just out of the reach of Daxton Fisher. And so it will be an out-of-bounds throw-in by the Outlaws. The Outlaws trying to work forward, not really able to put much together till now. I'll tell you, that Kovalev character, that he's got some dangerous moves to him.
Yeah.
He's definitely got some speed. Tanner Johnson able to beat a double team, trying to feed the ball up, does to Caruth, but Caruth unable to maintain it, has to get it back to Kennedy Prom. Prom has it taken away. Sean Caruth trying to take it right back. He's unsuccessful, but Corbin Heil's able to bail him out, but the ball goes too far forward and with the Outlaws. But that doesn't really mean anything from what we've seen with Outlaw possession. Riverton can go for the steal. They do there with Corbin Heil taking away. You look for a cross here. Puts it across the middle towards just poorly shot. Headed back, though. And they will probably look to set up again. Tanner Johnson looks to turn and shoot and does not get the full turn in. So, but it does go off of a Outlaw, so it will be a corner kick taken by Sean Caruth for your Riverton Wolverines.
You can tell when he headed that back in, almost every single Wolverine was unprepared and thought that it was out of bounds. And as soon as they got the ball back, I mean, they're just lucky they got it back on their side. So, corner kick incoming very well could have not been that based off of how they reacted.
Caruth looking to put it across the mouth of the goal. It's a little high and it's a little out of bounds. So the wind taking it a little bit. He probably didn't take that into account, especially with the height on that ball. And so it's harmlessly a goal kick. And the Outlaws looking to move it forward, but Corbin Heil immediately gets a steal and gets over to Daxton Fisher. Fisher back to Heil. Heil at about the 15-yard line, now the 20, 25. He's going backwards to reset it up. He gets it over to Ruger Stoll, who tries to cross it all the way over to Tanner Johnson, and it's going to be headed away by number 9. That's Dean Henson of the Outlaws, so it'll be a throw-in for Riverton. Throw-in goes to Caruth. Caruth looking to cross, but there's nobody there but an Outlaw. Taken away again, but maintained actually by the Outlaws.
Yeah, there's some great passing here by the Outlaws so far, and even though the Wolverine defense is trying to stop them, they're getting some great looks. Look at that pass just right there.
And here they go working down the left side of the field, and we're going to get a dangerous play there, as there was no need for him to lift that leg all the way up into the face area of the Wolverines. Is just him trying to scoop it, and I don't even understand why he's trying to scoop it.
I think he kicked the hand of a Wolverine as well.
So it'll be a free kick for the Wolverines at about the 20. They get it up to Hayden Brown. Hayden Brown gets it stolen away almost instantly by a name we've said before, which is Zachary Kovalov. But stolen back, and now Kendi Prom trying to get to it. He's beaten, and it goes out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in. Corbin Heil is going to throw it in for the Wolverines. Gets it to Prom. Prom across to Varian Baxter. Baxter tries to hit Caruth. The pass is intercepted, but eventually taken right back. Tanner Johnson now with it, working down the right side. He's going to do a long shot. Goal! And Tanner Johnson takes off down the field 65 yards. 65 yards. I think all of us were confused. Goalie way off his line. Gives up the goal. So 1-0 on the just extremely long shot. It's almost as if he was looking at the girls' game and said, I can do
do better.
I can do more. So Tanner Johnson with the outstanding long-distance shot puts your Wolverines up 1-0 as we are at the 29:53 mark of the first half. Still a long way to go, but nice job by Tanner to not only hit that, but to see that the goalie was way off his line, and he's way off his line again.
You'd think he'd learn from that just 10 seconds ago.
You would think he would, because at the same point in time, who really on the team has the ability to take advantage of that consistently outside of maybe the place kicker from the football team, who's used to being extremely accurate from long distances? So Kendi Prom now with it. Wolverines looking to push the matter. They get to Tanner again. Tanner back to, can't see the number there,
28.
but back to 28, that Ethan Tarango. And it's going to wind up out of bounds. Caruth is going to look to throw it in. Throws it into Johnson. Johnson looking to keep it. Gets it over to Kendi Prom. Prom trying to hit Johnson on a runner. Johnson wasn't running.
Nice stop.
And it's taken away. Prom able to deflect it, but here comes Kovalov. Tarango with it. Now he's probably trying to get it backwards, and he does over to Jackson Hill, and they'll look to reset. Long pass intended for Tanner Johnson, just out of his reach, and it'll be a throw-in for the Outlaws.
That kick by Tanner Johnson will be on repeat on every Riverton Parents TV this week, I guarantee it. Look at that. And now they're going to try it. Oh.
Just not well maintained there by Hayden Brown. Gives it up. Riverton looking to take it right back. Number 37 had an opportunity, but now it leads to Kovalev probably getting the ball and trying to use some of that speed. And Kovalov, here he comes. He's working down the right, and he's just going to get pecked out by Varian Baxter, which is exactly what needed to happen, because Baxter kind of gave up the pass there underneath his foot to start this whole break. Should have been an illegal throw, but it's not. But Prom comes away with it anyway off the bad throw by the Outlaws. Caruth and Johnson trying to do a little give and go, and it's taken away, but Prom able to come all the way back. Gets it over to Heil. Heil looking to go down the left side. He's got Daxton Fisher with him. Fisher with it now, tries to hit Caruth. Caruth sprinting down the left side of the field. Caruth looking for a cross. He's going to cross. Actually, he's going to put it on goal. Little bit of a bobble by the keeper, but he's able to secure it, and it remains 1-0 with 27-15.
Yes, it does.
To go in the half.
The dynamic duo of Johnson and Caruth strikes fear into every single team they play, and they've already shown why, because Caruth can get around almost anyone, and then you saw the leg on Johnson, obviously, with the kick. So just watch for them to keep doing what they do best.
Johnson with a nice steal. Neither him nor Caruth knew who was going to go for the ball there. Johnson trying to bring it down the right. Tries to loft it up for Daxton Fisher. Fisher unable to come away with it. But Kenny Prom, after a turnover, is going to come away with it. He's trying to get to it unsuccessfully, but it's kicked just safely out of bounds by Riverton. By the Outlaws. Number 30 and 35 coming in. That'd be Braden Bolt and Soren Bang.
I had an opportunity to meet Soren's dad. He's one of the coaches of the Riverton Riptide, and he just had nothing but great things to say about Soren.
Hayden Brown and Sean Caruth coming out now. So Heil has it. Heil's going to lose it. Tanner Johnson tries to take it back, but it winds up with Kendi Prom instead, and got to get him on sides. They do so, and they have to clear it away. Misplayed by Ruger Stoll, but he's able to maintain control, but immediately gives the ball up on a pass. But that's going to go out of bounds at around the 38-yard line for a throw-in by your Wolverines. Again, 1-0 on an insanely long shot by Tanner Johnson.
That would have been hard to do with a football placed well with no wind, or with the wind on his back, and he got it with the soccer ball in traffic.
Thrown in. It's going to be kicked over to Braden Bolt. Bolt looking to cross it all the way over to Heil. Heil's going to get taken away. Yeah, he just wasn't going for the ball, a little bit lazy, but luckily Riverton able to come away with it. They get to Johnson. Johnson to Prom. Prom coming down the middle, trying to hit Fisher, I do believe. Maybe, maybe not.
Oh.
Headed on goal by Daxton Fisher is stopped by the goalie, but good job by Daxton to keep that ball in front of him and give himself a scoring chance. But here on the counterattack, Kovalov leading the way. He has it again, but he's going to give it up. Unfortunately, just they keep trying to feed it to him because of his speed, but without paying attention to if he's well defended. So the ball kicked all the way back down into Riverton territory, and the ball is going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be off of Daxton Fisher, I do believe.
Yeah.
And it will go over to the Outlaws as we go under 25 minutes to play in the first half. It was a free kick, so it must have been offsides, I guess. But free kick to nobody but Riverton players, and here comes Riverton. They're nicely back kicked to keep it. Tanner Johnson was on the receiving end of a pass that was well stopped. Overran there by Varen Baxter, which will allow the Outlaws to somewhat settle it down, if you can call kicking over the back of your head settling it. But Riverton able to take it away is Varen Baxter. Gets over to Ethan Tarango, and we've got a whistle, and it's going to be a free kick for the Outlaws.
We've already got quite a few whistles just in this game alone. There was less, I think, in the girls' game already. So let's see how this goes for Riverton if they can play a little bit less sloppy.
Riverton's defense all lining up at about the 25, setting the offsides trap. And it's everybody's onside, but it goes right to Riverton. Now Prom has it. Prom looking to kick it out, and is going to wind up going out of bounds, but on the other side of the field. So it'll be a throw in by the Outlaws. Outlaws looking to feed it in. They do so. Number 28, Ethan Tarango, harassing the player. Prom gets it.
Nice.
Gets over to Tarango. Tarango now looking to feed it up to Daxton Fisher, but it doesn't get to his intended target. It's going to come all the way back to Heil. Heil sending it forward. Not Tarango there, actually. Soren Bang was there. Now Tarango, now Prom with it. Now we got something working. Prom with a long shot off the goalpost, and no good. So nice shot by Prom. Had everything, but just hit the side goalpost. Something fierce and back into play, and no one right there for an instant rebound. So 22:47 to go in the first half. 1-0 Riverton. Riverton steals off the inbound. Fisher trying to get it to Johnson, and the Outlaws able to get in the way of that pass. Outlaws now looking to find something to get the ball forward. Bad pass like that won't do it as Varen Baxter easily intercepts it. He's going to try and center it. Soren Bang running on for it, but the goalie's going to step right underneath it after the first bounce and just get it out, roll it out to one of the other Outlaws as they'll try and push forward again. They're not having a whole lot of luck on doing that, though, Sean.
No, they are not, and it's because of some excellent defense by Prom down there.
Major bit of a mistake there by Ruger Stoll is he misplayed where the ball was going to bounce, then kind of watched it, then had to actually hit it out of bounds, where if he'd taken it off the first bounce, he could have cleared it most likely.
There's
but
another mistake.
Hindsight is always 20/20, as they say.
Yes, it was.
So ball goes all the way across the field, and it's going to go out of bounds off the Outlaws. So it'll be an inbound throw by Riverton.
They've had 2 mistakes in a row there because they let the cross get right over their head. They didn't think if there was any Outlaw there, that could have been an easy score.
I don't think Daxton Fisher knew that there was no one on him.
Yeah.
He tried to kick it like a pass in desperation. There was no one there. Intercepted by Heil. Heil looking to push downfield. He gets it Tanner, but it's just going to be out of his length. Goalie comes way off his line to kick it out. And you know Tanner in the back of his head is going, why can't I have the ball now with him way off his line?
Right. And
trying to feed it forward, misplayed by the Outlaws. Soren Bang with it. He misplays it, and the Outlaws get a second chance at this one.
As I was about to say, the passing in the last game, the girls' game, was just amazing on the Lady Wolverines. And so far, the Wolverines of the boys' team are doing the exact same. Look at that defense.
Heil and Braden Bolt really getting pretty physical in there, and it winds up just going out of bounds, and it'll be thrown in by Kosovov. Well, let me read that name again. Kovalov, not Kosovov.
Kofefe.
So Kovalov has been seems to be their fastest player, and they seem to be trying to feed him. So it's not really working. And it's hard sport to just rely on one guy. So let's see if that is indeed the case, or he just happens to be the right guy at the right time in this 1-0 deficit that the Outlaws face against Riverton Wolverines.
He's got some fancy footwork, too, so just look out for him. His speed and his footwork might just get him loose here and there. And with 20 minutes left, we have more substitutions. You got Caruth coming back in. You've got Soren Bang coming out, Ethan Tarango coming out. And I missed whoever came in for Tarango.
All right, Riverton with the throw in here as we're under 20 minutes now in the half. Prom gets it. Prom heads it out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in by the Outlaws. Rawlins, while not having played particularly well so far, still only down 1-0. Caruth now with it. It's going to go out of bounds. It will be Riverton ball. Daxton Fisher is going to be the person throwing it in, I do believe. He hits Hayden Brown. Hayden Brown almost loses it. Has to come back. Gets it over to Heil.
Heil's brother is an intense track star.
Heil to Hayden Brown. Hayden Brown trying to get to it. Does so, but just puts a little too hard of a touch on it, and it's turned over, and here comes Kovalov. Kovalov going way to his left, looking to make the turn and go down the sideline.
Look at that footwork.
Lovely footwork there. Feeds it over to a fellow Outlaw who loses it, and it's going to be a turnover. Kennedy Prom now with it, and Riverton may be able to get something working here, and not with that kind of pass, as it was just high and way too far. I don't think he was trying to pull a Tanner Johnson there.
Me neither. The wind could have grabbed it a
now
little
Tanner
bit too.
might hear, though.
He
Tanner
does.
is, and field goal is good. It's over the top bar, and it will be a goal kick. So he was thinking just put a little too much on it.
Yeah, and Kennedy Prom before that. Kennedy Prom playing defense in the midfield. He might be their most dangerous defender because he can get it away from anyone. But you've seen so far today, if he's trying to take the shot, he's a little heavy-footed, and he's typically pretty great with the pass.
Johnson tumbles to the ground after heading the ball, and it is an absolute war down there between Braden Bolt and the Outlaws. Braden is not giving up anything, and he gets the ball. So he's going to look back for Tanner. Tanner shoots again way off target. And that's kind of I think he's maybe a little too overconfident from distance at this point after hitting the long one.
Right.
So here comes the Outlaws immediately. Sean Carruth able to come back and just take it away from him. They take it from him, but Kennedy Prom is right there to clean it up.
The defense by Prom, I'm telling you.
Kennedy Prom to Hayden Brown, and we're going to get a penalty. So we're going to have a free kick from about the 24-ish. So we'll see what they try and do here. Carruth and Brown both standing there as if either or may take it. I would think that Carruth would be down towards the goal if he wasn't going to take it, but we shall see.
They're definitely going to set something up because you can see Prom is down there, Johnson's down there, and Braden Bolt is down there.
Now there goes Carruth. 3-man wall being set up by the Outlaws. Hayden Brown takes it. It's low, and it goes over the foot of Carruth and Tanner Johnson. And is it going to be a corner? It is. Okay, so that's why Tanner was just watching it. So it'll be a corner kick. Carruth is going to take that. So tried to roll it into chaos there. That's good. Tried to roll it into chaos there and get something to come out the back end, and the back end is a corner kick by Carruth. I can't tell what they're planning on doing here.
Oh, the flag was in the way.
No, as far as short corner or long corner. Heil had snuck up there as if they were going to run the short corner, which they've ran quite a few times. But this time they kind of go low, but not short, and it's all sorts of craziness. And it's going to spin and go over the back of the goal, but it was last touched by an Outlaw, so we will wash, rinse, and repeat.
And now instead of Carruth, oh no, that's still Carruth.
That's still Carruth. Okay. Carruth, let's see if he tries to get a little higher this time. Get it into K. He does get a little higher this time. Bounces everywhere and comes out of the wash, so to speak. Hayden Brown tries a little flip kick with his back ankle. Probably should just backed up for it. Winds up in the hands of Aaron Baxter. Aaron Baxter trying to center it, taken away. And Kovalov and Heil are going to fight for it. Heil comes away with it fairly easily. Tanner Johnson tries to get to a Heil on a give and go. Heil overruns it but gets back on it. Gets the ball to Braden Bolt and back to Tanner Johnson. Johnson loses it, however. Kovalov has it, and let's see if they try and feed him going down the field. They hit him about midfield, and, a misplay by Ruger Stoll is going to lead to a potential opportunity, and even worse by Aaron Baxter just misses the ball. And luckily for Riverton, they're able to get that ball out of bounds with nothing to show for it. As only 3 players were forward compared to about 7 or 8 back for Riverton.
Boy,
but that was some double mistakes. Lack of focus led to this game potentially having at least a shot at being tied with 14:34 and counting in the first half.
So far in this game, when Riverton makes a mistake, they immediately make another mistake. They're lucky that they haven't led to points, but they want to clean that up at halftime.
Center pass by the Outlaws is intercepted, and let's see if we get anything here. Nice play by Braden Bolt. He has to kick it back to Heil, though, and Heil overran it again, and Heil's going to lose it to Kovalov. Kovalov just can fly. Luckily, it winds up back in Riverton's hands, and now we got a potential for a break, going to be headed, and I think he just...
Did he kick his own teammate when he headed it?
I think he kicked his own teammate in a place that might not be too comfortable, actually.
Hopefully he's wearing a cup. Hopefully he's wearing a cup.
So, again, Riverton trying to put on the pressure, turnover, and now we've got about 5 guys forward for the Outlaws. So they're going to try and push things forward, and I think we're going to get a free kick for the Outlaws. So let's see how many they've been playing with 4 mainly back. Only 2 really coming 2 forward, and 2, or now 3, and 2 in about the midfield area, maybe 3 if you want to give it that guy, number 13. So here comes the free kick. He's going on goal. And the bounce is going to be taken off the bounce by Lucas. Really the first action he's had to play. He quickly throws out to Tanner. Tanner sends it to the center where there is nobody but Rawlins players. But Prom able to try and come back and get the ball. Trying to steal it again, does, but I think they're going to get him with a handball. I think it hit his elbow, and that is indeed what they're going to call. So free kick, And Tanner Johnson not paying attention as the ball goes past him. Not happy with himself on that pass. Long pass set out, and here comes Rawlins, though. Rawlins trying to do what they can do. The record may not show it, but they're only down 1-0 with 12:30 to go in the half. This game far from over.
Yeah, 12.5 minutes left, and you'd be right to think that the Rawlins offense has done everything they could and just come away with no points because they have had some fancy footwork. They've gotten the best of Riverton a couple times. They just haven't been able to capitalize on any sort of attacking third shots.
So we shall see what is going to happen here off this throw-in as we go under 12 minutes to play. Throw-in is extremely short, maybe kind of exaggerated throw, kind of slow motion. But they get it up. Daxton Fisher now with it, kicks it back, trying to get a little give and go with Caruth going. Caruth now running after it, and now this is where magic can happen for Riverton when Caruth gets going. But it's going to be well defended, but he doesn't give up very easily. He takes it right away. Shot on goal is caught by the goalie. Goalie didn't have to move more than 6 inches, just dropped to a knee, and he got it. And so nice to see Caruth with really his first shot on goal since we saw him cramp up the other day. I say cramped up versus injury. I ran into his dad at the Arby's, at Arby's on my way here, and he was buying some food for his kid. He made a point that it wasn't for him, and he talked about Sean just cramped up his entire leg.
Yeah, it looked rough last week.
And it just was rough. They still wanted to make sure he was okay. So crossing is Heil. Heil gets it to Prom. Prom's going to shoot. The poor kid. The kid gets hit again.
That was the same
in the
kid.
Same place. Caruth, it's like they have a vendetta at this point. Caruth turns, hits him in basically the shoulder/face. This is turning into that old what the BYU channel did. That one time with the soccer goalie where everybody hit him in the face.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
That's number 14. I feel for the kid.
I do feel for him. We need to give him a little bit of a shout out here. Number 14 is Carlos Lucero. We feel for you, brother.
He's going to need a break here. Surely he's got the ball now.
He's going to need some ice. He even looks like he needs some ice. But ball is taken away by Riverton. Heil just having a good day defensively. He's pushing up, and the lead pass by Tanner just a little too hard. And outside of that really long goal, Sean, that's kind of been Tanner Johnson's first half, is always a little too hard, a little too far. Yeah. Always a little overshooting the goal or the pass being a little too far out so the goalie's able to handle it instead of the guy he's trying to hit on the run. Just needs to take a little bit off of that.
He's definitely been working out because he is kicking it harder than he needs to, and I don't see him slowing down or anything anytime soon. Look at Kennedy Prom.
Kennedy Prom with a nice touches it off to Varen Baxter. Prom with it, looking to push up, tries to go through two guys. That's usually not a winning combination for an offensive player, and they take it away. They're trying to get it to Kovalov, but they can't. Number 8 has it, number 8 being Jimmy Panetta. Jimmy does get to Kovalov. He tries to touch it to Jimmy, but it's kicked all the way downfield. And we may have a bit of a breakaway going. Nicely taken off the pass by Tanner Johnson, but what great defense on a little bit of a shoulder tackle by Eli Kern for Rawlins. So we're going to have some substitutions for Riverton. Number 3 is coming in, and that would be
Riley Murray.
Riley Murray going to come in. Heil hanging out at the side. Oh, he just wants some water. He's not coming out. So, and he gets some water as benefited from one of his teammates. Johnson now with it on the side after throwing. Tries to center it, tries to go for goal. And it's going to take when a guy's on his line like that, it's going to be really hard to hit from that outside part.
Right. They're not trying to go inside at all. They're just shooting these long balls, waiting for the keeper to make another mistake. They need to get more inside and get some nice crosses in.
This is where Caruth usually, when he's playing striker, really kind of does that. Now, he has moved up further forward now into a little bit more of his traditional space. He did start out with where he was kind of in the midfield, probably seeing if his legs were there, which is interesting because midfield runs more than anybody. So I guess it's a good test. Throw in, taken away by Riverton. Caruth thought about trying to throw his body in there to take the ball away, but it was taken away by Rawlins instead. Rawlins came away with it. They get it to Kovalov. Kovalov over to number 7, who is Axel Ortiz. Kovalov now has it. He's going to get it taken away, though. Varen Baxter should come away with it. Nope, it goes over the goal line, so it will be a corner kick. Couldn't tell if Varen actually had a chance to save that or not. All it matters is it will be a corner kick. So this is really the second set piece of the day for Rawlins. The first one amounted to not a whole lot. Let's see what the second one does. They are setting up their corner way far back, probably trying to make some runs. They do make a run, and it's going to have to be saved by Lucas Engel. Really wasn't overly threatening off a kick or anything, just bounce a ball into chaos, and sometimes good things can happen, and that's what Rawlins did. On the goal, on the punt, they get it out to Johnson to Caruth, and now this is where things can get really dangerous. Nice, Caruth has it stolen, and it's kicked downfield. Nice stop by Heil, but it's going to go out of bounds, and it will go to Rawlins here with 6:27 and counting in the first half. Throw in is a little give and go they were trying to run there for Rawlins, and it goes out of bounds. Caruth misses the header completely, and then the clearance, by missing the header basically completely, got it with like his ponytail, put just enough spin on it, so when the defender tried to clear it, it went right out of bounds. And we're having some sort of discussion, or guy can't come on the field or something.
What is happening?
So nonetheless,
paused it?
Yeah, it'll be a throw-in. They were talking to a guy who was standing up, one of the Rawlins players, and the coach kind of shot him a dirty look, it looked like, but maybe he's just doing something he shouldn't have done or got a little too excited. Heil now with it, gets it to Caruth. Caruth has a little bit of a hard time with it, so goes back out to Heil. Heil would take it all the way back and reset it, getting it over to Ruger Stoll. Stoll's going to cross the entire field with it, looking for Daxton Fisher. Daxton able to save it from going out of bounds, but winds up kicking it right to Rawlins player, but who benefits him, kicks out of bounds. So Daxton on the throw-in. Daxton gets it to Hayden Brown. Brown trying to beat a player, does so. He's trying to center it. He does over to Soren Bang. Soren Bang gets it back to Hayden Brown, and they just kind of lose control of it, and off we go to the counter. Stolen away nicely by Heil, though. Heil's going to feed up to Soren Bang. Bang looking to bring it up. Gets it over to, I just blanked.
Caruth,
yeah, Caruth. Gets it Caruth. It goes back out to Varen Baxter. And it's in the feet right now of Hayden Brown. Hayden Brown over to Heil. Heil tries to get to Bang, and it's going to go out of bounds off the defender, who had nicely intercepted the pass but unable to do anything with it. 4:32 and counting in the half, 1-0 Riverton. We do have a substitution coming in. Soren Bang is coming out, and Kennedy Prom coming back in.
Well, I believe earlier that little stoppage was number 8 for the Outlaws came onto the bench and didn't really call for it. He didn't get a sideline bench jersey on, so that might have been it, and stopped, gave Riverton a little bit of time to set up something, and that's what they're doing right now as well.
Well, see, and the weird part about that is nobody on Rawlins has a bench jersey on, and half the players on Riverton don't have one on.
Yeah, I'm wondering what that is too. Just hearing what I hear, and it's going to be...
So we're taking an elongated period of time here, and now they're going to discuss clock. So we're going to take this break with them. We'll be right back here on WyoToday Media.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power.
And we're back, and finally got that all sorted back. We added about 30 some odd seconds or so to the clock, and Riverton trying to push things. It's going to go out of bounds off Daxton Fisher. So 4 minutes to go. 1-0 Riverton. Rawlins has had a couple opportunities as things gone on, and Riverton has missed missed shots long, wide, and basically just putting too much on them, Sean. So much like the girls' game as we were talking late in the first half, a lot of opportunities squandered.
Yeah, my dad would say you're putting too much dip on your chip. You need to cool down a little bit and just try and ease back on the power, no matter whether it's a pass or a shot. And you're right, Rawlins is getting opportunities. They're just not capitalizing on them, which is lucky for Riverton.
I think we have found, Sean, a catchphrase.
Too much. That's not mine, I promise.
Well, you're allowed to steal it if your grandfather said it. Hopefully he's getting a chance to listen to you call some games this year.
Yeah, that was my dad, and I believe he is
sorry.
he's on the Facebook right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
so
hello,
shout out, Dad.
Mr. O'Braid.
Nice pass to number 6.
Nice pass, but that's the one kind of deficit in his game is he doesn't receive passes. Well, they always come hard off his foot. He doesn't have a lot of control. Stolen Prom trying to hit Tanner Johnson. Now let's see what Tanner Johnson does. He's going to have an open shot. Puts off the side of his foot and goal! Tanner Johnson for his second of the night. That was nicely done, ladies and gentlemen. Tanner kind of took his own angle away, but then was able to slice it with the outer part of his foot. That's taught at the highest of levels in the club circuit and stuff like that, where sure he learned it in travel ball and whatnot, and he was able to slice it right in. So quickly, nicely done. With 2:47 to go, it goes from a 1-0 game, a slim margin, to a 2-0 margin as we approach halftime. And now, I mean, mentally, especially for Rawlins, it's got to be devastating.
Yeah, and they still are going to try and play their tough defense that they were playing to start the game off, but they need to try and get something offensively working, and it can't just all run through number 6, Kovalov.
Well, Tanner Johnson going to get called for a handball there. He just got popped up right into his left hand, I do believe. So it will go over. Tanner coming back. He wants the players up a little bit more to try and set up. Now, depending on the leg here, Kovalov is set up the right spot. Could have made a run, but it was a bad service. And Heil comes away with it. Nicely done. Heil been very busy here today. Gets it back to Ruger Stoll, who was trying to hit either Tanner Johnson or Kennedy Prom on a run, and it goes out of bounds off his foot. Kennedy Prom gets up in there, and he's going to get called for a handball too. All of a sudden, ball's just bouncing right up into Riverton Wolverine hands. Nothing they can do about it. It is what it is.
And Prom, again, in the middle field, he's just dominant on defense. Nothing gets past him if it goes anywhere near him. So that handball is a very rare mistake, and like you said, it wasn't his fault anyway.
Long free kick, winds up not touching anybody, even though it went past like 3 guys. And so it'll be a throw-in for Riverton as we're under 1:30 in the half. Tanner Johnson going to get a breather, an extra long breather, I'm guessing with half, and Drake Bradshaw comes in to get him. So Tanner Johnson with 2 goals, going to have a chance possibly in the second half to get himself a hat trick. I'm not sure anybody will be throwing hats on the field, but still nonetheless. Trying to push things forward is Riverton, and the goalie comes way off his line to head it out, and
it's dangerous.
Varen Baxter just going to kick it straight up and to nobody. It's going to go right out of bounds and over to Rawlins. We have 50 seconds to play in the first half.
You've said it a couple times. The Riverton Wolverines are just letting balls go past them, and I don't know if they don't want to touch them or if they think someone behind them has it, but it's happened far too often. I'm sure Coach Samuelson is going to talk to them about that at halftime. If the ball's near you, you got to find a way to get it with your feet.
Hayden Brown back to Ruger Stoll. Stoll trying to clear it out. It's going to go out of bounds with 22 seconds left. No, it'll be Riverton ball as we go under 15 seconds now. Throw in is just right to an outlaw. But may not matter. We've got 9 seconds, but we have seen a long-distance shot already today. Feeding it to the middle with 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. It's going to be up to Kovalov, and that's going to be the half. So ran out of time there, did the Owls. So after the first half, your Riverton Wolverines lead on the back of Tanner Johnson with 2 goals. They lead 2-0. We'll be right back with second half action, but we've got to pay some bills. So we'll be right back on WyoToday Media.
cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport.
And welcome back to WyoToday's media's coverage of Riverton soccer. So far, we've seen nothing but the good guys doing well today as far as Riverton Lady Wolverines winning in a clean sheet 4-0. And at the moment, it is 2-0 in favor of the Wolverines. They're going to hope for a clean sheet. I don't know, and it may have been very soon, but when the last time at home that both boys and the girls left here with shutouts, but that'd be a nice thing to be able to write about for the for the Ranger and the Lander Journal and Wind River News. Although we probably wouldn't play it up as much in Lander because they would just point and go,
Lander's
look what we did.
Lander's got 3 games in 8 days or so too, so I'm sure that they have enough to write about themselves. And it looks like they are switching up their goalie.
And I'm sure Travis is very happy. He's sitting over here watching the game that he now gets to hit, as far as for the Lander Valley Tigers, the stretch of home games. Where he's been on the road nonstop. What he doesn't know is about the time he gets ready for that first home game, we're going to send him to New Mexico just for giggles.
New Mexico's beautiful this time of year, trust me.
So, okay, so they have switched goalies, so that is going to be, unless I am highly mistaken, I'm just marking it. Riley Murray is in the game now. Lucas will probably get some time to play in the field, but not right now.
Lucas is taller than every single person on the bench and all of his coaches and every single person on the sideline. So we will see what he does.
So at the start of the half, it is going to be the Outlaws turning the ball over.
Hey, what do you know?
Throw in that short of a throw in and that direct to the ground. Corbin Heil looked like he was in pain doing that, but. Prom with it. Prom trying to work his way up the field. He has to turn around and come backwards. Goes to Heil. Heil to Hayden Brown. Brown back to Prom. Prom trying to work it up. Sets it out for Tanner Johnson. Tanner Johnson able to get to it, but he's absolutely smothered. Nice little pullback to Kennedy Prom, but Prom just cannot keep control of it and goes out of bounds over to the Outlaws. We're still in the first minute of play here. Your Wolverines leading 2-0 in the second half.
And I think Coach Samuelson was talking to Prom about just his leg power. Same with Tanner Johnson.
Caruth takes away long shot, and that has been kind of the the problem. If there is one today, being a little nitpicky, is the shots on goal that haven't gone in goal have been off.
They're 2
way
miles
off.
over.
The goalie actually hasn't had to do that much work because the 2 times Tanner Johnson just caught him way offline one time, and on the second one just outclassed him on that play. Rawlins trying to get something going, but Riverton now with it. Kennedy Prom with it here on the right side of the field. Kicks it back, and Varen Baxter's going to lose it, but number 13 tries to rough him up and go through his back. No harm, no foul as he pats him on the back and says, hey, look, just trying to go for the ball hard. And it will be a free kick. That free kick going to be taken by Ruger Stoll.
Yeah,
Stowell.
Varen Baxter and number 13 have been getting into it on the sideline here for a little bit.
Ruger puts it up.
Kick. Nice
little kick by Hayden Brown. Unfortunately, as pretty as it was to nobody, but they can't control it. So now Daxton Fisher with it, gets it to Prom. Prom tries to put it on goal and is literally, ladies and gentlemen, 20 yards wide.
Yeah.
So they're not really on target, but they do have a lead here on 2 shots. We'll see what happens here. We have seen, Coach kind of talk to him about, hey, slow the game down, be smart with it, because the momentum can change here drastically if Rawlins can get a shot on goal that goes in. Kennedy Prom tries to stop that crossing pass. He's unable to. Rawlins able to take it away. And now Rawlins looking to try and push upfield, but they're having a hard time getting through this defense, partly because of the defense, partly because the passes are just not on target. Now Prom comes away with it. Prom's got 2 guys running. He's got 2 guys off sides, though, I fear. Yep, and the flag goes up the moment Daxton Fisher touched it. Good job by, I guess you can say good job for the Outlaws as they slowed up, and it sent both both Riverton Wolverines into offsides area, and the line judge did catch it. So, side judge did catch it. So it'll be basically a goal kick. It'll be technically a free kick, but kick from the box with 36-32 and counting left in the game. Riverton with 2-0 lead.
I thought he would have bombed that a little bit further.
Rawlins trying to work it forward under controlled possession, and they get a certain distance, and then Heil takes it right away. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson on the far left looking to cross it. Does he? Oh, he was looking for Daxton Fisher, who was there. Caruth comes away with it, and Caruth with a shot that is high and wide.
And that one was at least a little bit closer than the last few we've seen. It was obviously a little overpowered. It would have been over the goal if it was a little bit to the right. But still, they're getting shots on goal, whereas Rawlins can barely even get into the attacking third.
Rollins looking to push it forward. I would be interested to see the stat of shots on goal as they judge it in soccer, because it's weird kind of. We're getting a lot of shots. You just like to see a little more, because much like we talked about in the girls' game, this could legitimately be 10-0.
Yeah.
Legitimately be 10-0. And that's not any rip on Rawlins. They're just not having a great season. Tanner Johnson comes away with it.
Nice
looking
pass.
to cross it to Daxton. Can Daxton work it in? He was trying to cross himself in and just couldn't get it down. Varon comes in trying to keep it in, and it's going to be it might lead to a break here. No, Varon's able to get it back, but he loses it right back, and Prom comes in, kicks it backwards, and misplayed, but Jackson Hill is able to go back and get it. And now they're sending some guys up. Varon backs him with it on the sideline. They're going to say it was out of bounds. I didn't see a line judge or side judge anywhere near able to call that. But head ref always has the opportunity to do so and did.
Wide open out there in the middle right there.
Number 10, but just unable to keep up with Caruth's speed. So Caruth just goes in front of him, takes it. Caruth now trying to work down the right side. It's trying to center for Drake Bradshaw, and it's going to be kicked way out of bounds out towards the track.
And I think right here, obviously we've been talking about slowing it down, not kicking it too hard. They really do just need to kind of set up something like they were doing in the first half. Just slow it down, set it up, don't go crazy with it.
Daxton Fisher now, he's got the headband tied around his head now. He has gone full Karate Kid mode, so.
Wax on, wax off.
So Caruth with it. He gets it taken away. Not often you usually say that, but look at Corbin Heil just go in there for the ball, and he is trying to sprint up the left, has to bring it back slightly, and kicks it all the way back to, I can't tell the number there. Hayden Brown had an opportunity at it. Able to keep it away from Caruth is number 8 for the Outlaws. And here comes, as soon as I say that, for Rawlins, they have to kick it. It gets stolen and kicked back. Caruth with it.
Accidental.
I don't think that who is out there? I can't tell what the number of that forward was, but I don't think he knew the ball was at his feet, nonetheless. So Varon Baxter now with it, gets it over to Hayden Brown. Hayden Brown looking to force it to the left, gets intercepted and stolen, but Caruth able to take it right back. Caruth starting to feel a little more like himself, it seems. He's coming down the center, tries to feed it in, just not enough on it, and it's stolen away by Rawlins. Rawlins looking to try and come forward now, and they might have something working. It's a foot race between Rawlins and Ruger Stoll, and Ruger is able to loses the race, so to speak, but able to get enough foot in there to make it tap off of the Outlaws and out of bounds, so it will be theirs. Quickly back is Riverton. Tanner Johnson coming down on the far left, looking to bring it over. Has to go inside, then back out. You think he'll look for a cross here at some point. He's trying to shake the guy. He cannot get through. Number 16 with great defense. Goes back to Tanner. Tanner now with a cross to nobody. What are they going to call? They're going to call offsides, it looks like. Yes, indeed. Somebody was offsides, and there was no reason for that.
No. 16 was playing phenomenal defense on Tanner. That was actually a master class in how to stop someone from getting past you.
Free kick winds up in the hands or the feet of Caruth. Caruth back out to Heil. Heil looking to go to the middle, gets it to Hayden Brown. Hayden Brown trying to split two defenders, does a pull back to Heil. Heil looking to go all the way over to I can't check number, but unfortunately it's stolen right away. And here comes number 13, but stolen back. Varen Baxter trying to cross it over. Nobody seems to go get it except for Tanner Johnson. And by nobody, I mean even the defensive Outlaws just kind of looked at it.
Yeah, I don't think any of them thought that they were close enough, but then again, they didn't know that there wasn't anyone that was
Caruth
coming
to
up.
Johnson. Caruth's going to be taken down. I think they're going to say that's play on, and they did. Danner maybe trying to draw the foul there a little bit, and it's going to be a throw in. I do believe. Are they going to say it's a free? They can't say it's a free kick. I mean, out of bounds, okay. Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to say it was out of bounds. Tanner tried to draw the foul call, was unsuccessful. And we do have a substitution. I didn't see who came in, but Daxton Fisher came out. Number 9 came in. That'd be Drake Bradshaw.
And Daxton actually wasn't coming out. He was talking to Brady
Samuelson.
Okay.
So they've been on the field the entire time then. Daxton, it seems, is that a knee brace on his right?
It looks like
when
it,
he
yeah.
turns, I'm getting a glare. That
yes,
may be nothing, but
no, he's got a knee brace on.
So we hope that's holding up for him. Hope whatever caused that to have to be worn in the first place is healing up nicely for him. Once again, like I said last week, kind of the unsung player of the game. Kind of the same thing today. Great passing, getting back on defense. A great game, but things that just wouldn't show up in a stat book. And, hey, all that matters at the end of the day, if you ask any of these kids, for the most part, I would bet they say the win's all that matters.
Yeah.
So.
And Caruth just came out, so let's see what kind of offense that the Wolverines are going to try and push here.
So Caruth comes out. Looks like Braden Bolt came in for him.
Drake Bradshaw has been everywhere tonight. He's been
Heil with the steal and then overruns it. So let's see, can the Outlaws do anything with this here? And the answer is pretty much no. Easily rubbed off the ball. Now Riverton kicks out of bounds, but now the throw-in, much like you were saying during the girls' game, rushes it, and they have a hard time getting possession of it.
Yeah, and then it just leads to mistakes because if your team's not ready and you're throwing it right at them, it's just not going to lead to anything good. Typically, it goes right back out of bounds.
All right, Johnson trying to work his way, knife his way upfield. He does a long kick again, and it's over the bar. So
that was a better attempt. He had 2 defenders right in front of him, and I don't think he thought that he could pass around them. So better shot, better try, and this will all be stuff to work on for Samuelson before they go and play Newcastle.
And when is that game?
That is next Friday, I believe.
And that is on the road, I do believe.
It is, yes. That will be their first away game in 3 games.
Our next broadcast will be Lander Valley versus Powell at Lander Valley, I do believe. When is that, Travis? Tomorrow. That is tomorrow night at 3 and 5.
Powell's very good on the boys' side. They are going to have their work cut out for them in Lander because Powell might be one of the best teams in the state right now. The girls, not so much, nothing against them, but the boys' team just makes everything look easy.
So we have a little bit of an injury timeout. Looks like he just got the breath knocked out of him. We won't speculate, though. Drake Bradshaw comes out, and Caruth will go back in as we get set up for the goal kick. I don't know if he got his breath knocked out of him or he just tweaked something. Didn't look too awfully bad, but again, don't want to speculate. He is walking over now, looking a little bit better. And now he goes immediately to lay down. So we hope that young man is feeling better here as the goal kick is off. And Varen Baxter right off of his knee. I don't think he thought he'd go that far off his knee. To Darren Fisher with a header. And Kennedy Prom trying to get control of it. Cannot. Winds up with Kovalov. Stolen right back by Heil. Back to Heil. Heil over to, I couldn't tell who got that. And Kovalov now has it. He's taken off the ball very quickly by Hayden Brown. Hayden Brown trying to push things forward, but that was about as far as he could go. And now Kovalov has it. He's trying to hit somebody going down the right side. And here comes Riley Murray. What was he doing? Riley Murray decided, I'll give him credit. He didn't hesitate.
No, he did
not.
But
he came off of his line in a big way and probably shouldn't have because he had help on that guy. But luckily the ball just goes harmlessly away for a goal kick. Reminder that on Saturday at 10 a.m. we're going to have Cody versus Lander Saturday at 10 a.m., and that is girls 1 versus 2 in AAA. Yeah, it's 1 versus 2, so top dogs in girls soccer in AAA are going to face off, and we'll have that broadcast for you live here on WyoToday Media.
That'll be tough, Lander going back-to-back games on back-to-back days. That'll be interesting to see.
So Riverton now with the ball kind of staying down in their end of the field for possibly the longest time it has today, which is just to say not very long. Hayden Brown now trying to get it out, and they're trying to push is Rawlins. They realize they've got an opportunity with the ball down here. Nice steal. Shot is no good. Goes off the top line,
wow,
and Riley Murray kind of dives forward to grab it. Probably didn't need to dive for it, but does the stop after the crossbar helps him out. It was a nice shot on goal, and Chaos was in shield, but here comes the counter that you always worry about. Caruth with it. Caruth going down the right. He's got to beat two. He puts a shot. Goal! Sean Caruth with a seeing eye heat-seeking missile to the upper left corner of the goal. So just as quick as that, we go from 2-0 with a potential shot by Rawlins. By that guy on Rawlins to 3-0 in the span of 15 seconds. You talk about deflating for Rawlins, Sean.
Oh, yeah,
from
that's
that
gotta
moment.
kill them.
Just absolutely, ended it.
That'll be a big talking point for the coaches this week for Rawlins because they didn't get back on defense nearly fast enough. I think they thought that maybe it was in the goal, and they just stopped playing any sort of defense, and Caruth exposed all of it. I mean, there was nothing stopping him from scoring that goal.
There's always the counter opportunity. You're right. They did not get back, although I think they're trying now to send more forward, and it's hard again, like the girls' game. You ask somebody to play defense for a whole half, that level of intensity, and then sprint down a field. It's sometimes asking too much when I haven't seen Rawlins go very deep in their bench either.
No, I haven't seen
just
him.
a couple of subs, one due to injury. And now Riverton does smell blood in the water. They're trying to push forward. Caruth is going to have another shot. Oh, he tried to get a little too fancy there. And come crossbody and went wide to the goalkeeper's left, wide to his right, when he could have probably taken a touch forward and had his second of the evening. 26-23 in the half, 3-0 Riverton Wolverines.
25-23 actually.
25-23, well, 25-17 now. So getting later in the day here, 6:15, still really nice outside except for the wind, which I guess could be the state motto, so to speak.
Oh, yeah.
On certain things. The wind was whipping. It's not as bad as it was during the girls' game, but it's still pretty out there. You can see you could see, especially when they were dry and not sweaty, you could see some uniforms kind of flapping in the wind. And that has affected a couple of goalie punts and things of that nature, not as many as they did during the girls' game. But even that kick right there, as you saw, it slowed down as it was getting its height. So Hayden Brown trying to send it forward. It's easily picked up, or not picked up, but defended by the goalie. Goalie going to kick it out to number 13. And I think that's going to wind up out of bounds, which is over towards the track. Long throw in, goes to Tanner. Johnson looking to feed it to Prom. Prom trying to bring it to the middle, gets it to Caruth. Caruth with a pull back to nobody. Both Prom and Johnson had already gone forward, so the ball winds up coming all the way back to Ruger Stoll on the defensive end. He gets it to Braden Bolt, and Riverton will get over to Heil and look to start again. Heil loses possession of it, but it's picked up and just sent forward for him by Hayden Brown, just trying to get things forward. Throw-in comes from, I almost said Box Springs. No, that's what you have under a mattress. Throw-in comes from Rawlins, and we're looking to push forward just a little too hard. Goalie able to put it in his feet. And we have seen Caruth one time take the ball right after off the feet of a goalie he thought was napping and score a goal. Now, granted, that was in an 8-2 loss, but he still had a shot at. He took it right off a napping goalkeeper's foot. So Tanner Johnson now with it on far left. He gets it to Prom. Prom looking to push up. Prom, a long shot. Would have been a good field goal. I feel like I've said that a couple times.
Definitely
But
today.
it is a good 10, 12 feet high.
And that's been Prom's problem. I've talked about his great defense in the midfield all day because he's one of the better defenders on the field. As soon as he starts to get a little antsy with the ball and he tries to shoot, he shoots about 20 yards over the goal, and I just don't know how you can coach that out of him right now. You might have to do that in practice all week.
Okay, so we're going to look over to the left as number 34 comes on and go, who is that? Because we do not have him on our roster. So number 34 comes in. Nonetheless, a defense for Riverton is now 34 getting involved in the play, but it goes to Prom. Prom over to Heil. Heil to Johnson. Johnson looking to bring it middle or go far right with it. He's able to feed 35. Braden Bolt gets over to Caruth. Caruth has it taken off of him. Bolt with a shot.
Oh.
And it was high, but it had to be pushed up and over, and so it will be a corner kick.
I think it might be Carlos Shaw wearing 34 instead of 43. That's the only number that's not down there as well. So we're just going to say it's Shaw, but right now let's just call him 34. Thought so. It is Carlos Shaw.
Okay, Carlos Shaw has checked in the game. So the corner kick is going to be a short corner by Caruth. Heil trying to put it in the middle, and it's going to be kicked out, and Shaw plays it. He plays over to Heil. Heil looking to put it on goal. Not a lot of force behind it.
It's not Shaw, we found out.
Okay, it's not Carlos Shaw, so
we will find out who that is for you, folks.
We don't know. It's a JV player would be my guess, but we have the JV roster too, and we have nobody on there. So anyway, Prom comes away with it. Prom over to Drake Bradshaw. Drake has it taken off his foot, takes it right back, though, nicely, and now we have a very interesting fight for possession. Winds up getting kicked out of bounds by the Outlaws. So inbound is going to come by Varen Baxter, looks like. And we've got some new players coming in. We got 13 and 28. That's going to be Hayden Brown coming back in and Ethan Tarango coming in.
They've been fighting for possession on this corner. Number 9 and number 2 for the Outlaws play great defense.
Inbound to Caruth, back to Baxter, back to Caruth. Caruth looking to go through about 3 guys, and that's asking a bit much even for him.
Number 2.
So now they hit number 2 on a long run out. Number 2 trying to use some speed. That's Alexis Bencoma, and it's going to be hit out of bounds or directed out of bounds by Ruger Stoll. So inbound comes to the Outlaws. They try and cross it. Everybody misses it all except for Riley Murray, thankfully. A couple guys had a chance to stop it. They did not, and Riley winds up with it.
Riverton is trying their hardest to at least get near the goal, and the Riverton defense is not allowing it. But when they get there, they're just not set up for a goal shot.
Riverton looking to push down the left now. Caruth trying to get to Hayden Brown. I don't think Hayden's going to be able to chase it down, but maybe he will. He does. Well done, Hayden Brown. He gives up possession on it, but he was able to keep it from going over for a goal kick, and now it'll be a throw-in after a defender kicks it out of bounds, so it'll remain with Riverton. And we're under 20 minutes now to play in the match.
Jacob Hall.
Jacob Hall is the guy who came in, number 34.
Appreciate that.
So
Thank you.
we finally got that from the folks up here. We do appreciate it.
Nice pass.
We do appreciate Charlie Marshall. Thank you very much. So, and thanks to Reggie Miller down the field for helping us out, figure out who that was. So now here we go. Riverton trying to push it in. That should have been a handball, and they're going to signal it. So there's going to be a set play set up for Riverton here as we're at the 18:51 mark. Look to see who's going to take this. Looks like it might be, and it will be Kennedy Prom.
He's got a chance to redeem himself here for the multiple shots that has gone way over the goal.
I'll be surprised if he goes for goal, and I shouldn't have been. And it's way, way, way high.
He's kicking himself. He's shaking his head. He knows what he's doing today.
I'm surprised they went for goal like that. But still 3-0. Result at the moment seeming well in hand as we approach the 18-minute mark, and the Outlaws have struggled to find any kind of offense. Same as the girls' situation, unable to find offense.
But if I can say so about both, I mean, they've had some good runs. They just don't communicate with each other, nor do they try and get it to each other in a constructive way. They just run until they somehow have some sort of shot. They do not plan out their attack very, very often or very well if they do.
All right, inbounding for the Outlaws here. We are under 17:40 to play in the match. 3-0. Your Riverton Wolverines have it well in hand at the moment, but they are playing down in their defensive third, which is never a good thing.
And I am excited to see just what Coach Samuelson wants to work on with this team before they go to Newcastle, because they've played pretty well outside of their super powerful kicks.
Shot put on, played by Riley. It's not a big deal. We are told potentially that Riley Murray may be the guy replacing Tanner Johnson as the field goal kicker. We'll see. We're told he has one heck of a leg, so we could see that kind of on the punt. Do wonder if he'll be a punter and a kicker.
So much different type of kick, so he's going to have to teach himself how to move his hips a little differently.
Kennedy Prom is not really happy with that. He tried to hit Jake Bradshaw, and Bradshaw really wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to where he was trying to hit him. Bradshaw with it now. It winds up with Hayden Brown. Hayden Brown trying to get it back to Drake Bradshaw. Carew trying to knife in, and the defenseman has to kick it way to the other side to go out of bounds. Heil inbounds to Caruth. Caruth looking to put number 4 on the board, and number 2 for him. Number 4 on the board for the team, but it does wind up getting stolen. Varen Baxter able to come back and grab it back. It winds up with Caruth. Caruth looking to come towards the center. He does. Making a move, trying to get through about 3 or 4 different people. He's having a hard time, but he's getting through there, but he's finally unable to. That was a lot of dribbling that led nowhere. And there is Jacob Hull trying to center it. Unable to. Kennedy Prom and Jacob Hull up there. Jacob Hull now trying to keep up with Kovalov. Kovalov on a dead sprint, but he can't control the ball. But it's going to be a foul, it looks like, against Jacob Hull. We do see Tanner Johnson and Soren Bang getting ready to check back in.
And I'm not putting it on the camera very often, but Varen Baxton and number 2 for the Outlaws, they've been jawing at each other and getting at each other.
Riley, what are you doing? Riley comes way off his line again. I'll give him credit. He's being definitive with it, but he's coming off his lines quite a bit when he's got guys who have a guy covered.
Right? He doesn't have to.
He had a triple team there. He didn't need to try and rush out for that ball, and you see number 15 going over to him and talking with him about it, and we've got a problem here.
I think he kicked it out of the box.
Well, he can kick it. He just can't touch it with his hands out of the box.
Which I think he did, because look where they're putting the ball.
Okay, so it's not a penalty kick, but it is going to be a free kick. So something in there happened. Could have been a handball. Could have been anything. But not wise. And as you can see, Riley Murray compared to he's going to have to – it'll be interesting to see how this goes. He's given up some size, but he's played well here. So the best opportunity for the Outlaws today on a free kick from 15, and it hits off the wall and goes high. So it'll be a corner kick now as we go under 15 minutes to play. So the wall did its job there. Riley Murray is we don't have heights on this team, but Riley Murray is not Lucas Engel when it comes to height, but he does play a very aggressive style of goal, which I can definitely appreciate.
Very aggressive being the key term there.
Yeah, that one maybe you don't come out for when you've got 3 guys on one.
And he did that earlier with 2 people coming. Didn't make any sense.
The corner is high, very high.
Wow.
And
nice
Murray's
catch.
able to go up and get it, but then he loses it. Okay, they're going to call they're going to call it that he had it in his possession. There was a foul because the ball was free. And good job, even though it wouldn't have mattered, giving Jacob Hull a little credit here. And I'm trying to read a number here on the kid in the middle of the defense. 15 and Jackson Hill there, both going down with their feet and their legs to keep that ball from going over. And we're having a discussion between ref inside, and they're going to call it a goal.
Okay.
After they've gone and stopped it, it is a goal. They're going to say he turned around and put the ball over, and the coach of Riverton is absolutely not. He's not thrilled. Let's just say that. Samuelson is not. His good mood is now somewhat spoiled.
Right. And it should be, because that was a little bit of a late call, will you? And I don't even know who would have been credited that score, but
well, it would be the guy who I get this good point.
Exactly. It was so long ago that you don't even remember who was near the goal.
I don't know who was near the goal. The other thing I don't get, though, is it was whistled dead when the ball came free. That's my issue, and I think that's the issue with the coach. But while they argue it out, we're going to pay some bills. We'll be right back after this.
An injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
He's making mistakes.
All right, and they are going to say it is a 3-1. Rawlins now pulls within. That's a horrible way to lose a clean sheet as a team. They're signaling that Riley turned around, took the ball over with him. I've had that happen to me before, so but that was kind of hard because it was in a cluster of a lot of people, and for a side judge way over there to call that he saw that clean. I don't mean to be critical, but this is one of those during the college football and NFL world. They'd be like, play stands as the head ref called it because they couldn't tell. So Rawlins with some new life, and especially only 12:28 left, but they're going to put one wide of goal there. That was kind of unwise. But they have a renewed vigor, and they can make this 3-2 really, really quick if they push it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time, but if Riley makes another mistake, which I'm not going to harp on Riley, but he made a lot of mistakes in the Lander-Riverton duel, in the Lander-Riverton game, and that led to them being shut out, I believe, 6-0. So if he makes any more mistakes like that, this game could very easily become a lot closer than people thought about 2 minutes ago.
So he's just got to clean up a little. He made the save, and then I don't know if he was kicked. If the ball was kicked in his hands, that's an illegal touch anyway. So I don't know what happened. It'd be very interesting. The only way to really tell, though, is to have would be to have a camera going right down the line. Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of budget. We don't,
Maybe one day.
The Wyoming High School Athletic Association is not calling for video replay review. And there's no VR in it, so like it is over in Europe. So 11:26 and counting to play, 3-1. Riverton still in complete control, but Jackson trying to push it. 28 and 6 are about to check in. We don't have number 6. We do have 28. 28's Ethan Tarango. So he's coming back in, or is that Ethan Tarango? It says it is. So Ethan's coming back in, and number 6 is coming back in, who is, we don't know.
Unnamed right now.
Coming out is Drake Bradshaw and Jacob Hall.
Do we have a name on number 6? Aiden Kelly.
Aiden Kelly, number 6, coming in. And immediately there is a renewed vigor out of Rawlins here as they are trying to push the action. They just seem to lack a little bit of it, but they are going to try at least.
And we're about to hit the 10-minute mark, and if they were to try and make this goal happen right here, I know it's a long kick, but what did we see earlier? We saw a long kick right from here go in. So,
well, that one's definitely not going in as it didn't get the height of it all. And Riverton looking to push things, and how nicely done. Falls down, and now we have a breakaway for Ethan Tarango. Ethan Tarango's caught up with, though. Wisely gets it back out to Tanner Johnson, though, and we will reset here. Tarango had a shot on goal by Johnson. No good, just wide.
That would have been a nice hat trick. All of his shots would have come from at least 20 yards out.
And that was nicely done. That had actually a shot to go in. That was not too hard or high. He just missed it a little bit wide, trying to go where the goalie was not. So under 10 minutes now. Rawlins trying to push the action before they have to take that long drive over beautiful South Bay. I bet that thing's gorgeous today.
Yeah, it's not going to be ugly as it was when it was all snowy the other day for Travis.
Yeah, it's just hit or miss sometimes at this time of the year. We've been told, if you've been listening to one of our radio stations on our weather reports, that we're looking at the potential for some wet, nasty snow this weekend, and that's never fun for anybody, the wet, nasty stuff.
Yeah.
So
can I just say, I've been here for a month. I've never seen rain. It's all just snow. So
I've probably only seen maybe a quarter of an inch to an eighth of an inch. Me and Travis actually had a shocking moment at the regional tournament when we walked outside and it was drizzling, and we were like, that was the first rain we had seen, and it was February, and he'd been here since December, myself since November. So
number 8 was the one that will be credited with that goal earlier for Rawlins.
Number 8 for Rawlins is going to get credit. That's Jimmy Panetta.
Very nice.
So good for him. Cross on a kick here by Riverton. Riverton just concerned with getting these final 8 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock. 3-1 lead. They haven't surrendered a goal technically to really anybody. The credit will go to Panetta, but it wasn't on goal. I'm going to guess that it wasn't on when it went to the ground, but that it was after he just turned around and took it over. So because they whistled it dead when he had it. So it had when they went to the ground. So it had to have been something that Riley did, and that's a day. Oh, you do hope. Okay, luckily he just tripped. You do worry about ankles on that one just snapped, but he gets right back up and into the play. So 7 minutes 35 seconds left.
These Rawlins kids have some wide open shots, and they are passing way behind their players. You'd wonder what the score would be if they just passed a little bit better. Not perfect, but a little bit better.
So I'm trying to figure out where the foul was here. They're going to say it's way back over here. So another chance, set play, 7 minutes, 10 seconds left for Rawlins. Oh, if Rawlins could get a goal here, the next 7 minutes would be something amazing. Nothing on that. Kennedy Prom comes away with it, but Rawlins gets it right back. So ever since that mistake by Riverton, they have kind of dominated the possession a little bit.
Yeah, right.
But here comes Aiden Kelly, tries to feed it up to Lucas Engel. Kelly with it again, trying to take it away. Engel he looks like a man against boys out there.
I was about to say
comes
the same
away with
thing.
it. I think he hit it too hard. He did. And it's going to go over the back line and will be a goal kick with 6:27 to go and counting. So got some substitutions coming in. We got Taj Oldman coming in, as well as Christian Nimmo coming in. Out will be Kennedy Prom and
Logan Davis. Logan Davis coming out too.
Logan Davis coming out.
They're trying to put a lot more defense-heavy ridden guys out there because they know Kennedy plays great in the midfield, but he's been giving a lot of stuff up.
And they're going deep in their bench, but here comes number 2. Going to put it on. That's a nice shot, just wide. But it was definitely nice there. They're actually putting in guys who we don't, and I understand you want to get experience, but guys we do not see a lot.
Yeah, and I think a lot of them JV.
See limited minutes, but they're going way deep, hoping that the rest of the way fresh legs will benefit them because they do have a lot of guys who've, in Lucas' case, played goal, so not as taxing on the running part, but a little more taxing on the mental part. And some guys who haven't played at all. So a lot of fresh legs out there. But Rawlins trying to put as much pressure as they can with 5:15 to go in the game. And
they're getting really lucky. At least Riverton's getting really lucky.
Fresh legs, but inexperienced legs. So Rawlins has a chance here to at least make it 3-2. It may be too little too late for a tie, but
never say never.
No, you got to get one more, and they're doing everything that they can. Excuse me.
There have been at least 2 or 3 opportunities just over the last 3 minutes since they scored that goal, and it has been, it's been all Rawlins since that first goal of theirs, and it doesn't look like they're going to stop anytime soon. They got a lot of bigger bodies out there, hoping to make it at least 3-2 and go home with a little bit better head on their shoulders.
The keeper there was asking if they wanted him to come take it way up. They're still playing with 3 to 4 guys back. They're really not throwing a lot forward, which is kind of surprising because loss 4-1 or 3-1. Is there that much of a difference?
Yeah, and
there's not. So,
as Santi said last week, you only got to win by 1.
Exactly. Everything. What was they said about for politicians? You only need 1 vote. All the rest are just for ego.
Yep. That was a nice save there. Right to him, but still after a mistake-ridden last 10 minutes.
Murray's got and really only 2 mistakes by him. Let's not rag on him too heavily.
No, I'm not meaning to.
And I don't know if that one was on him or not because we don't have any kind of video review. We can go back and look at it, but we have no angle to really look at when it went across and when it didn't. We know it went across at some point in time when he probably had a hand on it. So Aiden Kelly trying to streak down there and take the ball away. Goalie just lets it go over the end line, so he'll have a goal kick here. And we are under 3.5 minutes to go in the game. It looks like it's going to be a little bit too little too late for the Rawlins Outlaws. Some substitutions going on here as we see Soren Bang come back on and Daxton Fisher come back on. Tanner Johnson coming out and Ethan Tarango, coming out. His name's not Dodge.
No.
So it's not Durango. My wife drives one.
I used to drive one. I used to drive a nice big red one.
So that should be a flag up. It's not going to be a flag up. He was way offsides, but it's actually going to be cleared away by Taj Ullman leading the clearance. Aiden Kelly gets it up to Lucas Engel, and here comes Lucas Engel. He's trying to feed it forward. Lucas fell down there. I'm not sure he was forced down because Lucas had about 4 inches and probably 50 pounds on the kid who took him down.
He is definitely, like you said earlier, man among
boys out here. So we're under 2.5 minutes now. Riverton getting the takeaway, and they're going to have 4 or 5 men going forward. Midfielders hang back. Lucas gets it, tries to put it forward, does so. Fisher has it. Fisher tries a nice sweeping kick. It is stopped. Winds up with Hayden Brown, gets it back to Fisher. Fisher's going to kick it back out to Soren Bang, who checked in sometime I didn't notice.
That was the last substitution.
And they go all the way back to reset the play here, and we're now at 2 minutes to go in this match. So taken away on a long pass attempt by Rawlins, but some backspin on it means everybody overran it as it bounced over their heads. Little trickeration there by Aiden Kelly. Lucas Engel now with it. He's going to look to cross it over to Jacob Hall. Jacob Hall's going to bring it out. No, excuse me, not Jacob Hall. Christian Nimmo, number 24, not number 34.
Hit the ref.
And it hits the ref, so it'll be a free kick. We're under 1.5 minutes now. I do think now we can officially say too little, too late for Rawlins. Because if they tie this up,
crazy.
Sports Center time at this point. But,
I do not.
Engel is sealed. Come on, Engel! Oh! Engel with the shot. Everybody here, everybody in the booth wanted Lucas Engel to get that. He doesn't get many opportunities being the starting goalkeeper and just missed it to the right of himself.
This place would have imploded.
Yeah, it would have. Not a lot of people here, but it would have been way less. One of those sum of the parts being great, being greater than, the whole being greater than the sum of the parts. So Daxton Fisher, has it on the left side, and there's 42 seconds to go. Everybody wanted that. The entire team jumped up off the bench. Really wanted to see it. So inbound to Soren Bang. Soren is going to lose control of it with 30 seconds left. They're going to come back up. Soren Bang gets a hold of it. Soren Bang feeds it up to Daxton Fisher. Fisher back to Bang. Bang trying to center it over towards Lucas. Unable to be cleared. It's cleared by Daxton Fisher. Now Fisher has.
I think they're trying to set him up
They're
again.
trying to set him up. You can definitely tell that. Yeah, that was. Yeah, there'd been a lot more on that pass. They're trying to set him up, but we've got 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Wow, that's a high punt. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is the ball game from Riverton High School. Your Wolverines 3, the Rawlins Outlaws 1. We'll be right back after this with our Click It or Ticket post-game show here on WyoToday Media.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on WyoToday Media. We're not going to be able to get Coach Samuelson today, so do want you to check out the Ranger on the weekend edition. That's the next issue that we'll have. Friday's already going to print, so we will have an explanation, at least from Coach, on what the referee told him on that own goal / whatever happened. We'll get some clarification on that. Outside of that, today we forgot, I think, to do player of the game for the girls' game, and Sean has walked off, so I'm going to go ahead and award that. And I'm going to give it to, well, you can almost always give it to Cami Paskett. I am actually going to go ahead and give that to Savannah Morton with the nice pinpoint accuracy shot, playing both sides of the field, and taking all but one free kick or set-piece kick from goal kick to corner kick that I saw. She was all over the field, and a big part of the reason why they won, as well as all their other players. I mean, it's a clean sheet game. That's back-to-back now at home for the girls. For the boys, it gets a little dicier. A lot of shots on goal, but only 2 players to score. Sean Cruth with 1. Nice to see him kind of get back into the flow. As you can see, as the second half went on, he started to push things a little bit more and more and get back into his normal self after actually starting the game more in a midfield type of role. Tanner Johnson with 2, obviously the long one, and then a beautiful one off the side of his foot. And that, if we were doing even play of the game, that would be the play of the game. Well used left side, going to his left, or actually going to his, he's going to his left, and putting it off the side, outside of his foot to beat the goalie when he really had dribbled himself kind of out of the angle. And so for that, we're going to give Tanner Johnson, we've given it to him in basketball before, we've now given it to him in soccer, the WyoToday Media Players of the Game. So again, here at Riverton High School today, the Riverton Lady Wolverines defeat the Rawlins Lady Outlaws 3-0. And the Riverton Wolverines defeat, 4-0 in the girls' game. And the Riverton Wolverines defeat the Outlaws from Rawlins in the nightcap 3-1. This has been Kevin Shields. Sean O'Braid's been with me. He's been down talking with Samuelson, and he'll have all the recap in a future edition of the Rangers, so check it out. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night as Lander Valley High School Tigers, starting at 3 o'clock, will take on Powell. So be sure to tune in to Travis with that game, and we'll see you next time here on WyoToday Media.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into